means on such platforms such as Twitch and or YouTube. How's it going, guys? It's I sure do love starting later. Yeah, maybe I don't know why I say start at 10 at this point. Seeing as you know what it is? It has been freezing where I'm at, so in the morning when I get up, I'm like cryogenically frozen, and it takes me like a good hour just to like thaw off. Plus, I know that I could be going earlier, but I want to have my speaking voice kind of be like a little bit warmed up, because I've noticed in the older streams where I like wake up out of bed and like 10 minutes after the fact I immediately start talking. It is not good for the throat. It is not good for you guys. It's just not worth it. Let's see here. And let me add my Ruly friend here. Ruly guy. And let's see. Are we coming through on YouTube? Yes, we are. Alive. Excellent. Hello. Okay. Hello there. Alright. I suppose... I wish I could... see... Whatever. I think right now chat is only going to be showing Twitch chat, but there is a YouTube chat as well, but I don't know how populated that'll be. Last time we left off though, we have just completed the Stolen Turnabout. Now then, it's time for us to do a recipe for Turnabout. The only thing I know about it is people wear maid outfits. I know that because of the preview image. Hello, Rulin. Hello. Alright. Here we go. Load data. Oh wait, oops. I think I loaded the wrong save. It was, oh wait, no, it wasn't me! I swear it wasn't me! The evidence and testimony we have seen and heard are conclusive. The victim was alone at his table when he drank from that poison coffee. No, you're wrong, I know what I saw. I saw. Oh. What is happening? I saw someone else there! A man! He's the real killer! Is that Phoenix? Phoenix?! Whoa. Oh my goodness. Why? Why won't anyone believe me?
Well, I'd say that pretty much wraps this case up, wouldn't you? Mr. Wright?
This court finds the defendant guilty? This court is adjourned? What? Phoenix, what did you do? Oops. Oh, right. I need to make sure I have my mic muted. January 6th, 10:03 a.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. That was a very interesting preview. Different from what I've seen before. Ah, the start of the new year always makes me feel like I can take on the whole world. Oh, well, ain't that nifty? I bet it does, Maya. So, I've decided that our resolution should be, Savati, take on the world. What do you think? Sure, whatever, Maya, but I think maybe you've had more than enough mistletoe cake. Also, I'm still doing homework, so I will be in and out of the stream, unfortunately. Oh, that's fine. I'm sure we'll have other peeps in and out. Never. You have to eat lots of cake during New Year's. It's practically a tradition. Like watching the fireworks on TV or playing a board game.
Hey, pal.
Detective Gumshoe? Happy New Year, Detective.
Likewise. Now listen up, right? I wanna...
Here's to another fruitful year of lawyer-police cooperation.
Yeah, me too. Alright, pal. You've got some explaining to do.
Have you got a holiday present for me, Detective?
A what? Well, here, have this. It's really nothing much, but...
Yay, thanks.
Look, pal, we need to have a talk. Take a seat.
Hey, what about Pearly? You haven't forgotten her present, have you? No, I mean, yes, no. Are you doing this on purpose? Haha, guess I'm busted. How did you like my first practical joke of the year? Very funny, pal. Now let's see how funny you think it is when I show you this. What is it? A magazine? Hey, I want to see. Deadly poisoning brings guilty verdict. Defense attorney Wright trounced? Trounced? Let me see that. The defense attorney gave an almost childishly amateur performance yesterday. What the heck is this? It's a report, pal, about you. Listen to this. Mr. Wright must take full responsibility for the ruling in this case. Well, don't tell me you don't remember anything about it. But I don't remember anything about it. When was that issue from, anyway? December of last year, which I guess makes it last month. Which makes it old news, you mean? But I wasn't involved in a poisoning case in December. Uh-oh. So what do you think about all this, Nick? If it wasn't you, pal, then that leaves only one possibility. No way. You don't mean a phony Nick? This must be Gumshoe's idea of a joke. Guess he's starting off the year with one too. Magazine clipping added to the court record. An article from December 5th says I was trounced and my client was found guilty. So? What are you gonna do about it, pal? What do you mean, what am I gonna do about it? Well, it's your fault that the judge found the defendant guilty in this case. My fault? How do you figure that? Because the Phoenix Wright is super famous now. Well, maybe only sort of. Yeah, see what happens when you headshots start getting too full of yourselves? But I didn't do anything wrong. At least, not that I can remember. You better make this right, pal. Now! And that means taking the case back to court. Got it? Sounds like we've got our first case of the new year. Let's tackle it with gusto. I don't know. The judge already issued a guilty verdict once in this case. It's not going to be easy to get it overturned. I guess that New Year's resolution is going to have to wait until next year. So you're taking the case, right? Good. I'm gonna head over to the courthouse then. After that, I'll go back to the precinct. Drop by if you need something, okay, pal? Okay. Imposter Phoenix is, messing with things, and for some reason... I don't know. Some reason. I guess people are starting to know the name Phoenix Wright. If the client entrusts the case to me based on my reputation, I guess I am kind of responsible. But why would someone want to impersonate me? What sort of guy would do that? Okay. Criminal Affairs Department. January 6th, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. It's been ages since we came down to the precinct, huh, Nick? Looks like Gumshoe isn't around. He's got it so easy, leaving everyone else to do the work. No, he's out there somewhere. My bet is on the courthouse. He's probably trying to arrange the retrial of this case. Guess that means we should go to the detention center and chat with our killer, huh? After being convicted without a fair trial, I'm not sure killer is the right label. Okay, let's see who our innocent client is. January 6th, detention center, visitor's room. This is so nerve-wracking, waiting to meet our new client. I wonder just what kind of person you tricked and got found guilty. Keep it down, Maya. That kind of talk could ruin me. Ah! How could you, Mr. Wright? How could you do this to me? They put me in solitary. I haven't been able to stop crying. Aren't you... Yes, I am. I am totally and utterly let down. Are you... Don't pretend you don't know me. It's me, Maggie, remember? Maggie Bird? Oh, Maggie Bird. Like the bird. I get it. Maggie Bird. Ah! You were from the second game? Though, you weren't wearing a maid costume. Maggie Bird. She's a policewoman I defended that one time. She was accused of murdering her lover. He was a cop, too. What are you doing in here? Didn't I get you acquit? Oh, sure, very funny. After that fifth-rate defense job, you come in here and start making jokes? You better hurry up and tell her what happened, Nick. Blah, 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 someone pretended to be me, and you got scammed. Oh, I see. So that's where we stand right now. I'm sorry you've been caught up in another murder. My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. I vaguely remember her saying the exact same thing last time. But I don't mind. What's one more disaster in my life? At least now the real Mr. Wright is here with me. I won't let the world keep me down, sir. Okay. So, how come you're dressed like that, Maggie? Last year you looked so sharp in that police uniform. I was fired after that incident last year. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay, I don't mind one bit. I enjoyed being on the force, but I think it was time for me to move on. So, what do you do now? In the second act of The Life of Maggie Bird, I'm playing the role of a waitress. A waitress? Yes, in a French restaurant. It's a small place, but it's quite fashionable. My charming smile and shapely figure came through to me. And the owner, Mr. Armstrong, hired me straight away. Armstrong?
Senator! Of course! None other than the man himself. I should have known American politics would have come into this eventually. Senator Armstrong.
And then you got into this mess straight away, right? Yeah, you could put it that way.
Armstrong.
This whole mess started on the 3rd of last month, and it happened at Très Bien. Très Bien? Yes, it's a restaurant where good service and a friendly smile are always included. Oh. There were 2 men at the table, both drinking coffee. And then... Is he wearing a fucking scouter? One of the men slipped some poison into the victim's cup. The victim took just 1 sip and was gasping for air. I was so shocked I passed out. Hey, hold on there, Maggie. What? You keep calling the guy the victim. Didn't you know the guy who was killed? Not at all. I've never seen the guy before. Oh. So she wouldn't have had a motive to kill him then, I guess. And the other man, the killer, you saw him, right? Of course! A good waitress must be attentive to the clientele. So, you saw the killer? Sup? Oh, what's up, Libre? So you saw the killer, but you were found guilty of the crime anyway? How come? You tell me, Mr. Wright. Guess the answer to my question is my phony. Anyway, she saw the killer. Better see if I can get a description of the guy. Alright. So, if you saw the murderer, why were you still convicted? Because no one else saw. Saw what? The other man, the one who put the poison in the victim's coffee. Everyone testified that way. Mr. Armstrong, the customer, everyone. She saw the killer, but I didn't see anything. The victim was sitting alone at his table the whole time. But how's that possible? I don't know, but nobody, not one person, would believe me, sir. Even Phoenix Wright, my one last hope for a fair trial, failed me. What a pathetic defense. My granny could have done a better job. Look, that wasn't me, okay? And then, they found something a bit incriminating in my apron pocket. What? A small bottle of poison. What? Poison? It was in your pocket? Well, I passed out when the victim collapsed. The killer must have slipped the poison into my pocket when I was unconscious. And no one else saw this other guy? No, sir. That's what everyone said, but I don't see how they could have missed him. So the other guy is Imposter Phoenix, I guess? I was the one who took the coffee to the 2 men. Oh? And what was your impression of them? Well, when I first saw them, I kinda thought they might be in the music industry. In music? How come? Well, one of them had some sort of earpiece, and an emo musician's look about him. And there was a sample CD on the table, sir. An earpiece and a sample CD, huh? Do you get a look at the CD at all? It had a band's name written on it. I think it was MC something. They must have been preparing for their debut, I guess. So it was a band CD, maybe a promo disc? Maybe it was MC Screwdriver. Get serious, Maya. Would you buy the CD of a group named that? What was the name of that group again? MC Hacksaw? No. MC... And what about the killer? What did he look like? Well, I don't really remember. Only that he was a young man, well built like the victim, really. Okay. Is that it? What about this? Oh, yeah, I need to ask you about this. Hey! This article's about my case! Can you tell me anything about the guy who was pretending to be me? Yes, sir! It was the morning after I'd been arrested. I met you in the visitor's room here. You were wearing one of your super sharp suits. Me? Yes, you, Mr. Wright. Ugh. Hey, Maggie! Was my evil double AM here too? Ah, I see. No, I don't remember a phone of you, Maya. Oh, would have been so cool. Then you got really worked up and passionate. I'm gonna get you cleared and I'm gonna get you cleared, disc crime, you said. Okay, I get the picture, but you've met me in person before. So how come you didn't realize that guy wasn't the real me? I guess, looking back now, it was a little strange. Only a little? Well, okay, so you were a bit taller than normal, and you looked a bit shady. And your voice was a bit weird, oh, and you had this kind of funny accent, and... So the guy was nothing like me then. But he had your spiky hair and blue suit. Is that all it takes for someone to imitate me? How about everyone else in the courtroom, like the judge and the observers? Didn't they realize he was an imposter? Everyone had these big question marks on their face, but it seemed that no one wanted to say anything, sir. This case just keeps getting weirder and weirder. I feel like it's kind of concerning if it's that easy to pretend to be... not only just pretend to be a defendant, but pretend to be an already existing famous defendant. Mr. Wright, do you think it's possible to get a retrial? Probably. The court ruled in the absence of a genuine defense attorney, so we should be able to get a retrial. Mr. Wright, do you think we'll win next time, sir? Huh? My life has been a full-course meal of bad luck, complete with a defeat for dessert. Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building, I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of food, failed at almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster. I even landed a phony lawyer when I had the misfortune of being accused of murder. But I will survive, because Maggie Bird always lives to fight another day. And one day I'll find it. Just you wait and see, sir. I'll find that one single moment of good luck. What? What the what is Zin Eof? Oh, it's backward. Is that backwards Phoenix?
Libre_live_gaming14 says if this works, I can now weaponize.
Why did it cut off? It just cut off. You can now weaponize. Oh no. I think the TTS has like a character limit. I'm surprised it doesn't limit you on that. But Maya's right. What are you weaponizing? Whoever it is that thought it was a good idea to use my name and get an innocent girl convicted of murder had better watch out. We'll find him. Don't you worry. We'll get Zen Eof. You know, I'm gonna call him Zen Eof for you. Thank you. Oh, I'll tell you where Très Bien is. Right, the restaurant where the murder took place. Yes, sir. When you go, please tell Mr. Armstrong I said hi. Sure, alright, Nick. Let's go check out this restaurant and its food. Yes, I could weaponize it as a distraction now. But the TTS is out of stock. It has a 1 minute cooldown. So, plan your TTS accordingly. January 6th. Très bien. Whoa. This is... Wow, look at this place. Listen to this music. Look, more like smell. What's with this suffocating scent of flowers in here? Then again, girls like that kind of thing, right? Actually, I'm not all that into it. No one's coming to see us. Maybe there's no one here. Don't be silly, Maya. This is a restaurant, and it's open for business. Hello, anyone here? I don't believe it. There really isn't anyone here. Perfect. Let's get intrusive. If there's no one here, we can take anything we want. Yeah, I suppose we can. Okay, you know what? I noticed this right off the bat. What is this newspaper stuffed behind here? It's a rack full of fashion magazines, and they're all in French. Why don't you try wearing something a bit more chic for now? For once, Maya. Yeah, I guess I could. I'm always in my act like
Live_gaming 14 says distraction.
Distraction. I'm always in my act like clothes, aren't I? It'd be fun to wear normal clothes every now and then. Huh? There's something stuffed in behind the rack. Yeah, that newspaper. Looks like a sports paper to me. Hey, and look at this! Someone scribbled a little doodle on one of the pages. MC Bomber. Ah, MC Bomber. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. Huh. 500,000, 100,000 MC Bomber. Okay. $100,000? Maybe? I wonder what MC Bomber is supposed to be. This paper. It's from December 3rd. This paper's from the day of the poisoning. What? Sports paper added to the court record. Okay. Paper from the day of the murder. This has got to be a clue. I should see if I can find out some more about this paper. Okay. Ah ha ha! Look at that guy. Oh wait, that's Mask the Mask. Ah, look at him. He's fancied up. The only reason why I was able to identify that is because of this little secondary brooch here. Alright. Let's see. What's this? It's a restaurant's front entrance. There's a sign hanging from the door written in French. Probably says open or closed. It must be one or the other, but I don't know which since I don't know jacks about French. Ah, that's a French pun. Look, it's one of those magical boxes that spit out money. You know, you're the only person who would ever describe a cash register in that way. Okay. Well, let's go to the more obvious evidence. The crime scene. This must be the table where the murder occurred. I guess so, with all of this police tape around this. And that stain must be from the poisoned coffee. Don't go licking up the tablecloth, okay, Maya? Why would I lick it? I'm not a cat, you know? And why can I picture you doing just that? Okay. There's a divider. This restaurant has partitions that separate the tables. When you're seated at a table, you can only see the tables to your right or left. Okay. This table's set nicely. It just needs a customer. What do you think this flower is, Nick? Let's see. Well, it doesn't look like a tulip, and it's not a sunflower, I don't think. Duh, even I could have told you that. Well, those are the only kinds of flowers I know. Dang nabbit, I'm a lawyer, not a botanist. Okay. Wow, it's a beautiful winter wonderland out there. Really? Cool, I love snow. Let me see. Oh, it's not white. It's not even snowing. Got you. I was only kidding, Maya. Nick. There are lies that are okay to tell, and lies that definitely aren't. All I did was tell an itty-bitty white lie about non-existent white snow. Alright. Phoenix Wright, Maya shenanigans, but not much evidence beyond that. What's this? Look at all the little trinkets tucked away in here. I bet Mr. Armstrong collected all of these I am not ready for Mr. Armstrong. Let's see. A bouquet of flowers, some potpourri, and look, fine Bonchina cups. I never knew you were so cultured. Come on, Maya. This is common knowledge. Any Joe Schmo knows this much. Okay. It's a rack full of fashion magazines, and they're all in French. Why don't you try wearing something a bit more chic sometime, huh, Maya? Yeah, I'd look stunning in some of those Parisian frocks, huh? We found that sports paper behind this magazine rack earlier. What's yellow and has wings? The sun. I lied about the wings. Wow, we have a liar here. I better try to find out everything I can about it. Okay, I think at this point, let's go present this to her. Oh, a sports paper. Let's see. Did Gutson Braun manage to defend his heavyweight title? Sorry, Maggie, that paper is actually a month old. It's from the day of the murder. And Goodson got knocked out yesterday, I'm afraid. Oh, no. You know, that's really ironic considering that Actually, no, today's Sunday, not Saturday. If you said 2 days ago, it would have been relevant to a certain boxing event. I found this paper in the magazine rack at Tribulations. Really? That's strange. Tribulations doesn't get newspapers. Mr. Armstrong says he's not really fond of them. Then maybe one of the customers left it behind? Anyway, what I want you to take a look at is this scribble here. Aha! That's it, sir! MC Bomber! That was the name that was written on the CD! Just as I thought. I guess it wasn't MC Screwdriver after all, huh? So that 100,000 must be a down payment for a record deal, right? If someone gave me 100,000, I'd sing for sure The Master of Karain, or The Spirit Song, or even Maya's theme. Okay, Maya. So if the sample CD was on the victim's table, that means this newspaper may have belonged to the victim. You're right. So the victim left this behind on the day of the murder. Huh. I think we better step up the investigation, don't you, Nick? Okay. Let's see, Baby Gumshoe is ready. No. Okay. There's nothing more we could talk about here. Maybe something's changed at Tribulations. Aha. January 6th, Tribulations. Oh la la, bonjour! Welcome to La Tribulations. Oh, hello? What happened to Maya? She's frozen stiff. What the fuck? Benvin! Welcome to my PT restaurant. Huh? B Avenue? Oh no, my petite chérie. Huh? Me? Look at the face, like the kitten rejected by its own mother. You are fatigued, no? Alas, you need this. Fun fact, I know French, so I can say weird French stuff. An aromatic bath of old Milan and Le Noir and La Rose. My personal recommendation. You think I need what? Oui, just add a couple of drops of the mixture to la bath water and voila! It will soothe your body and your mind. It's simply fantastique! Really? And for la monsieur. Who? Me? Look at the face, like la puppy rejected by life itself. You are fatigued, no? For you, monsieur, I recommend this. Oil of bergamot, and maybe a hint of oui. I will add la peppermint and la clarisse to a fragrance exceptionnel. Such an invigorating recipe will bring out your delicious beauty, monsieur. My beauty? Alas, if you will be seated, I will bring you la special menu of the day. Actually, we're not here to eat, we're lawyers. Mais bien sûr, I know this already, monsieur. You are la Phoenix Wright, non? Yes. You know me? Mais oui, I never forget a man who flirts with me, especially in court. I guess he was cross-examined by our mysterious Zin Eoff. It looks like everyone to do in this case knows who I am already. I wonder what sort of impression Zin Eoff's been leaving on people, don't you? Is this what people thought gay men acted like back in 2001? You know, that's a good... Honestly, probably. I don't know. This is a bit odd. Allow me to introduce myself to you again. I am Jean Armstrong. Enchanté. So what does très bien mean? I know it's très, that means 3, right? No. Très bien is Francois. In English, you would say, very good. Oh, very good. Oui, exactement. La atmosphere is très bien, and la cuisine is très bien. If the food's so good, why aren't there any customers in here? My cuisine is not for all. Some people, they do not appreciate a hot cuisine. I thought everyone liked hot cuisine. Since I have lost Maggie, I do not have enough hands. So you're running this place on your own now? Oui, for that moment, no one has answered my advertisement. Oh, pour moi. Please don't eyeball me while you say that. I am the chef. I am the manager. I am also a trained aromatherapist. A roaming what? A practitioner of the aromatherapy. The art of soothing the soul with a delicate floral aroma mask. I completely flubbed that last word. Delicate? The smell coming from that bottle earlier was anything but. Well, what happened? So, could you tell me what you know about the incident? Bien, it makes me sad to remember it, yet I remember it so well. More than a month has passed since it happened. Yeah, I guess it's been about a month since Maggie's sentencing. So, it was the 3rd of last month, just after 1 in the afternoon. A man who was in there for coffee suddenly became ill. Because of the poison in his coffee? That is the truth as I know it. It was Maggie who took his drink to him. I was in the kitchen. I heard the sound of someone collapsing. When I came out to see what it was, he was already slumped in his chair. He was dead? Mon Dieu, oui, he was dead. Maggie had passed out also. And this man who died, was he alone? Oui, monsieur. All alone. I know that Maggie said there was someone else, but... I see. La police, they asked me many times. Are you sure there was no one else at the table, they asked? But I am not the only one. The old man said the same thing. Old man? What old man? So who's this old man that you mentioned? At the time of the murder, there was another customer in there. What? Someone else saw it? Mais we, as usual, came alone that day. At the time of the murder, he was there. He saw it too. But is it the same thing? That there was no one else at the victim's table. But Maggie swears there were 2 people. Mais, mademoiselle, la lawyer could not prove this, no? About the lawyer. That was me, I suppose. Mais bien ça. Wow, he's the first person who said it wasn't me. Don't kid yourself, Nick. Now who's the one making stuff up? I have to really focus to be able to say this dude's lines, but I like the fact that I know how the French pronunciation is supposed to go with his, like, accent. So this is kind of fun. Okay, do you know anything about this sports paper? We found this sports paper in the magazine rack here. One of my customers must have left it behind. Do you have any idea which customer it was? The only idea I have, mademoiselle, I saved for my kitchen. I am not a lawyer myself. I do not wish to speak out of turn. But your defense in court that day was a little, how do you say, lacking, perhaps? Even a Frenchman who cannot speak any English could have done a better job. You were very cool, though. Oh, oui, oui, so handsome. Wow, I wonder just how bad the defense could have been. Every time you open your mouth, the whole courtroom stirred. Oh man, that is something I don't want to imagine. Did you know I'm an attorney? Please, monsieur, there is no need to show me that. You are mon Phoenix Wright, the worst defense attorney in town. I think I can imagine how he formed this completely wrong impression of me. Oh, thank you for the tier 1 sub, Libre Live Gaming. The gifted sub. The last time we met, did I show you this badge? Oui, you flashed it to everyone in Loud Restaurants. Be rid of ads. Looks like Zinioff is a bigger fan of flashing stuff than you are, Nick. So what's the difference between gifting a sub? Oh! You gifted a sub to Rulin! Let's fucking go! Rulin, you have a sub now! You're free of ads! Rulin's my friend, Really Guy in chat. He's been suffering. Be rid of ads. Okay. No. With that out of the way, I think we can move back here, and let me present you. Oh, so you met the owner, Mr. Armstrong. He's, oh, how can I put this? Pretty unique. Huh? He has a really intense aura, as a chef and as a person. Yeah, he has a pretty intense aroma, too. So, did Mr. Armstrong really not see the killer? Apparently not. Well, he's in the kitchen all the time, so I guess it's possible that he didn't. Okay. Nice-o. Okay, is there any other person I could present? No, I already went through this. I think, can we check on Gumshoe now? No. Okay, there must be something we still need to do at the... Très bien. Let's see. Oh, I could present, her. Maggie was a policewoman once. Ne sais pas? Yeah, it would be ne sais pas. Yes, but she had to quit for, reasons beyond her control. Oui. She was the last suspect in that murder investigation, no? Oh, you know about that? That is why I gave her la perfume for la happiness. Happiness perfume? Oui, blended from bergamot, like I have given to you before. But she's been arrested again, and found guilty this time. This is true, a natural aroma of unhappiness must have been very strong.
Just admit it, your perfume doesn't work.
I am not surprised she was la prime suspect, after something like that took place before my very eyes. Something like what? What's this guy talking about? Okay. Lazat. Does this mean Maggie did have a motive? We've got to ask this guy for more info. Stat. Okay. When Maggie took the coffee over to the victim, did anything happen? Ooh, I suppose you could say so. So what happened? No, it was nothing. Look, Maggie says she didn't even know the guy, but she's still been indicted for murder. Oh nice, I got a gifted sub. You did, Ruin. You're free of ads. You can now send unique stuff. The prosecution must have come up with some kind of motive. It is true. If there is anything at all between Maggie and the victim, it could be relevant. So please, tell us anything you know. Whoa. Triple lock. Psyche locks? No way. What are we gonna do, Nick? We'll just have to remove... What the? What's wrong? The Magatama, it's gone? Huh? I had it in my pocket, but it's vanished to thin air. What? What do you mean it's gone? But I could see the Psyche locks. Maybe that means the Magatama's nearby? What does that mean? Mr. Armstrong? Could I just confirm something with you again? The table where the victim was sitting, was anyone else sitting there? That is a question you will have to ask him yourself. Huh? Him? The old man spends all of his time dans la park. La park? Oh, a park. What park's that? Behind la restaurant. It's called Vitamin Square. Thank you. Je vous en prie, my dear. Let's go check out this Vitamin Square right away, Nick. Okay. I can't even present anything. Was my Magatama always missing? I didn't notice. Okay, let's go here. January 6th, Vitamin Square. So this is Vitamin Square. Yeah, I see where they got the name from now. The fruits scream vitamins at you. Hey, Nick. That's the guy, right? Isn't that the old man Mr. Armstrong was talking about? That grouchy-looking grandpa? He's throwing seeds out for the pigeons. Maya, he's not throwing seeds for them. He's throwing seeds at them. Oh. What's wrong with your nose? Ugh, the grumpiness threat level has just been raised to red. This is the evil grumpiness thing. Hello? Excuse me. Would you mind if I had a word with you?
Yes!
I just want to ask you a couple of questions.
What's the matter with you? Can't you see I'm busy? So you don't like my seeds, pigeons?
He's really chucking those seeds at them. That's gotta hurt.
Go on, eat this!
Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you about Maggie Bird?
I don't know any Maggie Bird.
Yes, you do. Maggie, the waitress at Tribulations.
Ha! It's a disgrace, I tell you, another disgrace.
A disgrace?
An innocent young girl revealing herself like that.
Revealing? You mean her uniform?
Youth of today, they don't have any shame. No shame, I tell you. Not 1 ounce. Whatever happens to the old Bushido values of Japan, like honor and modesty?
What about me? I'm not wearing anything revealing.
Your problem is you lack any sense of grace.
Talk about hitting a girl where it hurts. Tribulations. Do you go to Tribulations a lot?
That miserable excuse for a restaurant. That garbage they serve in there is not food. Where's the sushi, the tempura, the rice?
Tribulations is a French restaurant, sir.
Where do you think we are, boy? In Paris? I want real food, not those snooty snacks. And what about those shameless girls?
You mean the waitresses?
You can see all the way up to there. There. Yes, the waitresses. They're practically naked. It's a disgrace, isn't it? Well, isn't it?
Listen, it's not my restaurant.
Ah, it's a miserable excuse for a restaurant. That place. Miserable.
He certainly knows the place. He must be a regular. But if he hates it so much, why does he keep going? Because of the girls. He's not admitting it, but he's there for the girls. Are you a regular at that restaurant, sir? It's just, if you dislike it so much, why would you keep going there? Sir?
There you are, you filthy pigeons. You want food? Ha ha. Take that.
He must be hiding something, right? If he is, I should be able to see a psyche lock or two. Oh, wait. I don't exactly have the Magatama right now. This place looks like an AI-generated fever dream. I haven't even, like, looking around, I haven't even registered what I'm looking at, but yeah, you got strawberries, oranges. This looks like a very depressing park, if I'm gonna be really honest with you. This is like the kind of abandoned park you would see when you were a kid, but you wouldn't dare step one foot into it. Remember, Nick, that Magatama is only on loan. You'd better find it or else. If Pearls ever gets wind of this, I'm gonna be in for a world of pain. Okay. Hold on. What's this? Job listing? Oh, there's a magazine here. It's a magazine full of job listings.
You disgusting rogue. Picking up something someone else threw away.
Threw away? Did you throw this away? Are you looking for a job?
Gah! That's none of your business.
Sorry, I guess I'll just take the magazine with me then.
I don't want anyone else having it. Give it back.
Too bad. Now that you want it so bad, I don't want to give it up. Job listing added to cart records? Okay.
Hey, that's mine.
Okay. What's up with this one mythical-looking pigeon? Hey, look, pigeons! Yeah, and heaps of them, too. Did you know that pigeons are a symbol of peace? That's a dove, not a pigeon. Poor things. So they can't be symbols of peace and harmony just because they're gray? Is that it? You're overthinking this one just by a smidge, Maya. Why is this one wearing a hat? I used to love sandboxes like you wouldn't believe. Really? You? Sure, finding iron fillings in the sand with a magnet was my favorite thing to do. You know, I remember at my local, or not local, but I remember going to one park, and they had like a little claw machine off the side of like a sand pit, and that claw machine had like a big magnet on it, and I never understood the point of that. I guess like iron fillings. But I don't know if that's what it was doing. It's been a while, so I don't know. Iron fillings. Wow, that's too exciting for words. It was my ambition to collect every single shred of iron in the sandbox. I was such a kid back then. So, did you manage to get all of the iron? No, I never did. I think I came close, though. Come to think of it, I still have all of the iron fillings I found way back when. You want them? No. This theme as well, this is just a weird vibe going on right now. Excuse me, sir, could I just ask you about... Sir?
Here you go, boy. How does some pigeon feed sound to you?
This was exactly what I was hoping to get out of this guy. Okay. Okay. Is there nothing else I could talk to this guy about? Oh, maybe if I show this guy the job listings. Mademoiselle! Yes? Are you looking for a job? What? No, I was just... Let me see, your style is on poor different, but you have a good face. Different? Félicitations, you have passed. I will hire you. Bien, come with me. I will teach you everything I know. Nick, help! I don't know whether to laugh or feel bad for Maya. Maybe I should do both. Well, and she's gone. Alright. See ya, Libre. Have fun with your stream. Okay, Maya is dead now. January 6th, Detention Center Visitors Room. Looks like they have Maggie in questioning. Okay. I didn't leave anything here. Gumshoe?
Well, pal, have you found the evidence yet? The one that's you're gonna find her innocent?
No, not yet. We've only just started our investigation.
Well, whatever you need to know, I'll give you the dirt on it. I'm putting off all my other cases for now, pal.
Gumshoe's really fired up about this.
Oh, yeah, one more thing.
The retrial's been approved. Court's sitting at 10 a.m. tomorrow. And Godot's gonna be the prosecutor.
Oh.
Him.
Now, listen up, pal. If Maggie's found guilty again...
Yes?
I'll make sure you get locked up good for it. Got it?
Okay. So the guilty party was Maggie Bird, huh?
Yeah.
Back when she was on the police force. You were her mentor when she was a rookie, right?
Yeah, I kept a close eye on her. I mean, not too close, you know. Hey, what's with that funny look, pal?
I was just her. It wasn't anything like... Look, sure, I was her boss when she was doing her training.
But that was it. Nothing happened.
Gumshoe was sure sweating up a storm over... What the f... Okay, Gumshoe. I mean, listen, I'm not gonna judge you for that. Ah, so that's it. Our big old Gumshoe has a little old crush on Maggie.
I don't like her or anything. I was...
Note to self. Gossip with Maya about this later.
Look, pal, don't tell anyone, okay? You gotta keep it a secret. Got it?
Sure. Alright, we gotta be the ultimate third wheel for Gumshoe. And would you mind not guessing what I'm thinking all the time? Hey, tell your face, pal, not me. You'd have to be blind not to see what's on your mind. Okay, victim. So, I was wondering, could you fill me in on the victim? I'm sorry, I just... Why is he wearing a dragon... Why is he wearing a scouter from Dragon Ball? Is he about to read my power level? Glenn Elg. He was a computer programmer. What's a bit here? What's the joke with his name? Glenn Elg. Glelg? I don't know what the joke with that is. I see. A programmer. If any of you know the bit, just see. He was a regular Joe working for a small-time computer firm. Maggie never had any contact with the guy before that day, and all she did was take him his coffee on the day of the murder, pal. Yeah, Maggie also claimed to have never seen the guy before. Did the victim go to the restaurant often? Not according to the chef. Said it was the first time he'd seen the guy. Programmer. And a first-time customer at that? What possible reason could Maggie have had to kill a guy like that? That's what I thought. But a motive was still somehow established in her trial. You're kidding! What was her supposed motive? Sorry, pal. I'm real busy. I haven't even got enough time to sift through these papers. Then give me the papers! They're the court records. I should have them. Okay, look into it yourself, okay? What could this motive have been? Okay. This isn't really a proper investigation. I'm kind of working on it by myself. Oh, that's right. The judge already ruled on the case, and all of the evidence is in already. The only problem is with Maggie's testimony. Yeah, doesn't sound very good for us, huh? Look, pal, I've got a mountain of papers on this case to look over before tomorrow. So I'm just gonna say this. Maggie Bird's no liar. She's a bit out there and a bit off base sometimes, but she was a good cop. That's not exactly complimentary, you know. So, what do you think really happened? And just how contradictory is her testimony? The biggest problem with Maggie's testimony is the number of people at the table. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Maggie still insists there was another guy sitting with the victim. Right, but get this. Everyone else in the palace says the guy was alone, even the chef. And then there's that CD. CD? Oh yeah, she did mention something about a CD. And there is a sample CD on the table, sir. But our guys turned that place upside down. There was no CD. What? Not on the table. Wait, not on the table, not anywhere in the whole restaurant, pal. But didn't Maggie say the victim was wearing an earpiece too? Yeah, but that was for the portable radio in front of that was for the portable radio in the front pocket of his hoodie. He had a radio in his front pocket. A radio? He didn't have a CD player? You got it. Your phony never explained that contradiction at all. Okay. Come to think of it, the owner of Tribulations didn't mention that CD either. I don't know why, but I get the feeling Mr. Armstrong's got something to hide. Okay. Let's present some stuff. Job listing. Oh. You don't have to explain. We get it, Gumshoe. You love her. You love her. You love her. All that. Let's see here. But let me tease you. Have you gone to see Maggie? Of course I have. But I wasn't much good at consoling her. I'm not very good with words. Oh. Yeah, I guess I must have looked a bit down. Maggie was really supportive of me. It was great to have someone to talk to. Did he go for her? Or for herself? Did he go for her? Or for himself? Okay. Anything about Armstrong? The chef of Tribulations, huh? You know what that chief said to me? Oh la la, your body is full of toxins. And then he gave me this bottle. What's in it? I don't know. The labels say juniper. I'm under orders to put a few drops of it in my bath every day. Under orders? Yeah, you know, there's something about that lady. I mean, guy. That what? You can't stop thinking about him? No, not like that, pal. Give me a break. He's not my type. What the fuck is happening? I mean, I can't stop thinking that he's involved with this case somehow. Sounds like he knows a little something more about our charming chef. What? So what exactly is it that caught your attention about the chef at Tribulations? It's, kind of hard to say. The guy's probably not even connected with the case anyway. Hey, come on, detective. Didn't you say to give me the dirt on anything? Well, this sort of stuff is kind of unimportant. Gossipy stuff, you know, pal. Look, how about this? You go to Tribulations and investigate the place yourself, and if you find out anything suspicious about the guy, you report back to me, okay? Don't suppose I get a choice in this, huh? Guess I better find out more about the chef and Tribulations and then report back to Gumshoe. Okay. Tribulations. Wait, how am I gonna do that? Maya's still gone. I really hope Armstrong's not thinking of buying these. Okay. What is there to investigate? We've already gone. Oh! This must be the table where the poisoning occurred. Stains tell the story as well. The whole area is still cordoned off with police tape. Guess it must still be under investigation. Okay. I need more info about the chef guy. Vitamin Square. Oh wait, I know. I can present, you. Okay, you have nothing to say. How about her? Really? Nothing? Huh. You know, I think, actually, I might have left a little too early. Gumshoe might have still had something worth saying. Criminal Affair Department. Present, let's see. Oh, what's that? A sports paper? Yeah, I found it in the magazine rack at Tribulations. It's dated the same day as the murder. You may be onto something here. And take a look at this. See this writing here? MC Bomber. Hey! What is it? I've heard that name somewhere before. Yeah, MC Bomber. Oh, he actually seems to be thinking for once. Ah, it's no good. I can't remember. And he goes back to being the Gumshoe we all know and love. Hey, pal, I'm gonna borrow this paper for a bit, okay? I want to get a handwritten analysis done on the scribble. Handwriting, huh? It'd be good to know more about that in any case. Thanks, pal. I bet this'll come out with... Oh, man. Thanks, pal. I bet this'll turn out to be an interesting clue. Alright. I wasn't at the trial myself, but I asked this one detective I know how your defense was. And what did he say? He started off by saying, I'm at a complete loss for words, but he must have found some quick because he went on about how bad you were for an hour. But he said you sucked so much it seemed like you were trying to get Maggie found guilty. It looks like I was trying to get Maggie found guilty? Interesting. Okay. Now it sounds like we've went through everything here. Maya is... Wright and Co. law offices. Poor Maya. Looks like Mr. Armstrong's really taking a shine to her. Okay. Yeah, she's forced working at Tribune. Oh, there we go. January 6th, Tribune. The scent of flowers sure is strong. It's almost making me dizzy. Whoa. Hello? What? Who was that just now? A customer? She had some sort of dark aura about her. Ah, welcome, B Avenue. Welcome, B Avenue. Wow, what a cute voice. Oh, what? Oh, it's just you, Nick. Maya? Well, how do I look? Maybe you should quit being a spirit medium. Maybe, but it's kind of boring being a waitress. I mean, you're my first ever customer. Then who is that woman I just saw? Oh! Since you're here, you might as well have something to eat. I am kind of hungry, actually. Okay. So, how do you like your new job, Maya? I never knew there was so much for a waitress to do. Take people's orders, bring them their food, make coffee, work the cash register. Of course, we need a customer before I can do any of that. Yeah, it's a nice looking restaurant. It's a shame more people don't come. Don't forget about the ultra cute waitress. Check out my gimme a tip smile. Hey, Nick, why don't you order something? The chef's preparing a tasty lunch set at the moment, or so he says. How much is it? It's a twin tea set, so it's $20, of course. A twin tea set, I believe. I'll be taking a pass on that. It's kind of expensive. The good old era of 2001, where $20 for a restaurant meal is considered expensive. What? But you can't. Come on, Nick. It's not every day I get to be a waitress. I want to try carrying plates and working the cash register. How about cleaning the toilets? That should keep you busy. Yeah, right. Maybe later. About the lunch. Oh, a fine choice, sir. No, Kitchen, a lunch special, please. With all the extras. Drinks, side salad, dessert, and gift. I don't need any of that. Just a moment, please, sir. Maya's really getting into this. So how much is this set? Oh, wait. So how much is this set lunch, huh? $20? Okay. But with the drink, side salad, and dessert, it's $45? You know what, Phoenix, this is the curse of going into a French restaurant. Never trust French restaurants to properly charge you. That's my stick tip of the day, my Adam tip. Do not... French restaurants, 9 times out of 10, they're just using the title of French to scam you. The real French restaurants that are, like, actually serving you something good, you know that they're legit first off when they pour you some weird water that isn't, like, carbonated, but it's kind of in a fancy bottle. And usually, you can tell that it's a better restaurant because of the fact that it's not big. Hey, wait a sec, Maya. Sorry to keep you waiting, sir. Here you go, our deluxe fortified lunch set. Ooh. Whoa. A dish inspired by lobster and abalone francais with a balsamic vinaigrette. Bon appetit. Thanks? Come on, Nick. Hurry up and try it already. Lobster, huh? Alright, down the hatch it goes. Ugh. Well, are you hungry, Maya? I'm starving. Here, it's yours. Really? Remember, Maya, my wallet doesn't print money, so you better polish off that plate. I just remembered I've got to clean the toilets. Hey! You can't be in that much of a hurry to clean the toilets. Tribune lunch special added to the core records? It's that big a deal. How does that guy manage to make good food taste so bad? Hey, Nick, you want to take a peek at the kitchen? The kitchen, huh? Not a bad idea. Now, what was it that Maggie said again? In the kitchen, you'll get to see all of the chef's greatest secrets. In the kitchen? That sounds tasty. Hey, wait up, Maya. What is it? I'm pretty busy right now. Aren't you going to show me around? Tss, there goes my plan to find some cool clue and show it off in your face. I better conduct a search in the kitchen myself. Alright, here we go. Kitchen. January 6th, Tribune kitchen. This is not OSHA compliant. One burst of flames on the stove and this entire place is coming down. And here it is, the famous Tribune kitchen. It's my first time in here too, actually. There's a weird atmosphere in here, that's for sure. Mr. Armstrong will be back soon, so we better switch quickly. Chop chop. Okay, well. First things first, this. What's this? Looks like a treasure chest or something. Wow, look at these little bottles. Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. He's got so many, they're overflowing onto the floor. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 98, 99, 100. They're all the same, too. Hey, wait a minute. What is it? There's one bottle that's different from all the others. Well, what do you know? And it doesn't have a label either. And it doesn't smell. So what's that liquid inside then, I wonder? Hey, Nick, we should borrow this. It's poison. I mean, look how many bottles he's got. He won't miss one, will he? Okay, small bottle. I'm gonna need to show that to Gumshoe, but let's see here. Now, this is one large mirror. I bet this is where he makes himself look pretty. There's a book on the dresser. Clarice Armstrong's Bedtime Literature. Not exactly Pulitzer Prize material, is it? It looks like a collection of poems he's written. Poems? Cool. Read one out. And it says in your best French accent. And say it with your best French accent. With intensity, okay? Okay, here's one. It's called Printemps. The two of them like actors from a film. The coffee still undrunk. Sweet nothings over too soon on that sad Sunday morning. The foolish cocktail so delicious. Take the last sip of your tea and I know what I will do. I must lie to you. I must. Huh? That's it? Yep. That's the poem for you. Okay. That was something. Now I know I'm in a French restaurant. I've never heard of most of these seasonings. Hey, Nick, this container has oyster sauce? What's that? Oh, come on, that's common. Isn't that used in Chinese food? It is. Ah, look! Right there on the counter. Oh, my Magatama! What's it doing there? What indeed? He took it? Now I know. Okay. Okay, look at these knives. They're really sharp. I like to see how one of those sliced through a cheesecake. A cheesecake? You don't exactly need a sharp knife for one of those, Nick. Okay. Guess that's everything, right? I guess. What are these lace curtains for? I don't know, but they give the place a real homey feel, don't they? Lace curtains. You know, if I was a cooking pot, I'd be perfectly happy to sit on those shelves under there. How do you respond to something like that? Okay, well, time to go visit Gumshoe. Oh. Hey, you're just in time. What is it, Detective Gumshoe? A lab got back to me about the newspaper you gave me. You must mean the sports paper with the memo scribbled on it. So, what did they say? Did the analysis turn up anything? They say the doodle was written by the victim. I just had the overwhelming sensation that I forgot to save up to this point. Let's do that. Okay. They said the doodle was written by the victim, Glenn Elg, no doubt about it. I expected as much. The victim took the paper with him to the restaurant on the day of the murder. That's her best interpretation of the facts at the moment. Sports paper refiled into the court record. MC Balmer. I get the feeling I've heard that name somewhere before. Oh well, I guess it'll come back to me. Don't forget to report back to me to whatever you find at the restaurant, okay, pal? Okay. Got something you need to show him? You need to show him this. You got one of those aroma bottles too, huh? Only this one doesn't smell, huh? I don't get you. This was mixed in with all the other aromatherapy bottles, but it's not the same. It doesn't even look the same. Wouldn't you agree? Cologne bottle that doesn't smell, huh? Smells like a skunk to me, pal. Mind letting me borrow that bottle for a while? I want to send it to the lab for analysis. The victim was poisoned, so the contents of this bottle are pretty important. Small bottle given to Detective Gumshoe. I had a hunch there was something funny about that chef. You suspect John Armstrong? I've got that guy's number. I know what his secret is. That must be the same secret Gumshoe was talking about before. I guess I better fill you in on the details. About this Armstrong guy's secret, I mean. So, what's Mr. Armstrong's secret? You ever had lunch at the Tribulations, pal? Yes. So, how was it? To put it nicely, it was inedible. Hey, don't worry about being nice around me, pal. You and I both know the reason that place is so empty is because of the food. I mean, the place is clean, and he's got a girl like Maggie as a waitress, so... yeah, I guess it's probably the food. The real scoop on the guy is he's up to his ears in debt. Really? How much does he owe? This is a copy of his loan contract. He's about $500,000 in the red. $500,000? Are we talking dollars? Yeah. Hey, if it was sterling, he'd really be in trouble. Sorry, that figure just took me by surprise. Yeah, this case is full of surprises. And I'd be willing to bet that chef's got something to do with most of them. That's my hunch. Okay. John's debt is $500,000. The owner of the loan is tender lender. The owner of the loan is tender lender? I don't know who this tender lender is. It's for $500,000, pal. That's, $500,000 bills. What's the in there for? Is there really that much money tied up in this case? I can't give you an answer on that, pal. Not without the case file in front of me. But I'll tell you this. That Armstrong guy would have done anything for cash. He was desperate, you know. No, I don't, but I think I sort of get the picture. What do you make of this? Okay. Yeah. Now that we got that, I think it's finally time for us to confront this guy. Alright. No. Oh, wait. Detention center? Nothing at the detention center. Maybe I missed something with Gumshoe. I just presented this. So according to the boys down at the lab, the doodles were probably made by the victim. Probably. And analyzing this kind of writing is difficult since it's done with a fiber-tipped pen. But don't worry, I'll vouch for it. Why would Gumshoe have to vouch for it? Can it stand on its own? Okay. Interesting. I don't know, maybe the kitchen has something? I don't see what it would have. I think it's time for us to go to the Vitamin Square. Oh, there we go. January 6th, Vitamin Square. The old guy's not here anymore. Drat, I still have some unanswered questions for him. Well, what's this? A scooter, huh? We would leave it right in the middle of a park like this. The wheel guard and the light are busted. I guess it must have been an accident. It's totally wrecked. Oh my god, they're still screaming. What? Hey, hold on, I gotta...
Hey, what do you think you was doing with my bike?
No, I was just...
You been messing with my new ride? Is that what you've been doing?
New ride? Is that some kind of...
You gotta pay for this.
It wasn't me. I was just passing by.
Hey, then who's the cover on the saddle and crap, huh? You's gonna pay. You catch my drift.
No, wait a sec. I'm not a pigeon, so I couldn't have done it. A wise guy, eh? I oughta beat you so hard it'll feel like you were smooching the express train. Uh-oh. You's better watch your back. This ain't over. I'm gonna round up a group of lawyers and then you's gonna pay. Actually, I'm a lawyer myself. What do you say? I'm Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. I'm gonna guess this was the impersonator, Phoenix Wright. Actually, no, he's orange. Phoenix Wright. You saying you, Phoenix Wright? Yeah, I am. So you a wise guy too, huh? Cause I'm Phoenix Wright. I'm the one and only? What? Out of my way, I got a cruise. He's gone. Surely that guy wasn't my phony, was he? I think he was. He wasn't anything like me. Guess I better make a note of the scooter.
Gah, pathetic.
Oh, it's you.
A few threats from a little brat like that. And you look like a pigeon that got seeded in size.
Have you been here the whole time, then?
I was in that strawberry. Had some thinking to do.
More like you had some cowering to do. Hold on, do we have that guy? We don't have him on record. Are you a regular at that restaurant, sir? It's just that if you dislike it so much, why do you keep going there? Sir?
There you are, you filthy pigeons. You want food? Aha, take that.
Oh, he's lying. Oh, right, we have the Magatama now. I knew it. Okay. Okay. Do you know about any of this? Okay. It's time for me to present the Magatama. I guess. Take that! I hate- stop doing that to your nose. Tree bien regular. It's time you told me the truth. Why are you a regular at a restaurant that you dislike so much?
Isn't it obvious? People only have one reason to go to restaurants. To eat.
To eat? Is that the whole truth?
What do you mean?
I don't think you go to that restaurant for the food at all.
You insolent brat. How dare you accuse me? What proof you got?
I could tell that I could tell not you nor anyone else in the world would go to that place for food. I ate there. The proof is in the pudding. Or in this case, the lunch menu.
That's the twin tea set.
The food at the Très Bien is terrible and expensive.
You're wrong. It's cheap.
Huh?
I'm rich. I inherited money when I was a boy. Yes, I'm stinking rich. I haven't done jot of work since I was born, other than feeding the pigeons.
What a load of crock.
The taste's another story, but the price, it's nothing to me.
So you're saying that you got there because you've got money? You go there because you've got money to burn?
Exactly. I have so much cash I go for a swim in my money vault every day.
Unfortunately, that's a lie. What? You don't have money to burn? You're flat broke. I don't know. Oh, wait, no, the job listing. This is yours, right?
My magazine.
Why would a rich retiree be looking for a job?
I was... so what?
Aha.
So I was looking for a job. I'm buying a lot at the moment. I need spending money.
Oh?
I don't go to that restaurant for food. I just go for the...
Javachino? Yeah, I think you mean a cappuccino. Anyways, how much does this cappuccino cost there?
$8.
Those had better be some golden beans.
What's your problem? You think a poor man would be better off drinking dishwater, do you? Is that it?
No, I wasn't thinking that. I was wondering if the coffee there is really that great. No, it's not.
But anyway, yes, that place has free newspapers to read every day.
That's not true. Newspapers?
Exactly.
They don't want me hanging around at home, so I go there? I'm so sorry, sir. But there are no free papers to read at Très Bien. Yeah, they mentioned this. I think the only evidence would be the sports paper. But I do remember the conversation where they said the owner doesn't like... Yeah, there we go. Take a look at this.
What is it?
It's a newspaper I found behind the magazine rack at Très Bien.
So? What of it?
This was the only paper there, and it's dated more than 1 month ago.
What?
Do you see what I'm getting at here? That restaurant doesn't get newspapers. This is just one that a customer happened to leave behind. Alright, tell me, why are you so determined to hide the truth?
I'm not hiding anything.
I'm going to have to put this guy out of his misery. Listen, the real reason why you go so much to Très Bien is... Ooh, this is a big one. I mean, I'm gonna say it. This is my claim. It's because of her. Well, what are you asking me about that girl for? He's going there because of the girls. She was a waitress at Tribulations. Ah, therefore, the answer to the mystery of why an old man would drink expensive coffee at a terrible restaurant is the waitress. Ah, but I don't recognize that face. And you are probably telling the truth here, because you weren't looking at the girl's face, but at her outfit. Gulp. That's the truth, isn't it? You became a regular at the restaurant because of the waitress's uniform. That uniform is all you could think about, isn't it? I can't take it. To you, that waitress was your...
Enough! Please! No more! Stop saying that word! Stop saying waitress! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Okay. I need to change up this dude's voice, because I did not think he'd be talking as much. And it's destroying my voice. Sir... Yes, it's true. I was there for the young girl. Fine, so I'm a dirty, wicked, sinful devil. No, I didn't mean it like that. I even get one of those lousy cup of Javakino every time for $8. All because of the serving girl. Punish me, lock me up. Really, that's not what I'm here for. You'll be the same. Another 20 years and you'll understand what it's like. You know how painful it is to be an old man like me? No, really? Listen, sir, stop calling me that. I have a name, you know, boy, so show some respect, I'm Victor Kudo. Sorry, Mr. Kudo. You young ones think you know it all, don't you? Well, I'm not saying another word. I won't tell you anything more. This guy was in the restaurant at the time of the incident, which means I have to hear his testimony one way or another. I don't believe this. I even broke his psyche locks and everything. I guess I'll have to try to get him when he's in a better mood. In a better mood? Well, I guess now we have his name. That's something. Has a thing for waitresses. Okay. Maybe if we have Maya with us. Oh, it's that old man. Is he still feeding the pigeons? Yeah, he fed me as well. I got a bunch of those seeds in my eyes. Oh, ouch. Hey, Maya, would you mind coming with me for a while? Huh? Me? Why? There's something I really want to ask that old man. Sure, okay, I'll just get changed. No, hang on. Can you go like that? I guess. Aha. Sir? You again? Well. I see. Nick, his eyes are burning into me. It's okay. I think it's going pretty well. Huh? You're still just a little child. Run along to play on the slide, alright? Play on the slide? We were so close. Just a little more we would have spilled. Pigeon, How can we crack this guy? Excuse me, please, sir? Quiet, can't you see I'm feeding the... pigeon? Oh my god. Mia! Well. If you don't mind, sir, I'd really love to talk with you. Yes. Oh my god. Of course, certainly, I'm Victor Kudo. He melted, even from beyond the grave. Wow. Rylan, you have some explaining. I did not ever think that we would have, like... This is the most anime Phoenix Wright has gotten in a while. But that also caught me off guard. He's just like me for real. I mean, that did catch me off guard. About the incident. You mean the man who died after drinking the Javakino? It's like he's a different person. It was quite a shock, even for me. He was a strange-looking boy. And the girl took the Javakino over to him, you see. And... was the customer alone? Definitely. He was the only person at the table. And it's the most anime you'll get, don't worry. I mean, I'm not, like, against it. I think it's just funny, because I feel like Phoenix Wright has been, like, holding this urge in to do this for, like, 3 games, and they finally are just like, fuck it. Waitresses. I'm surprised we never had a beach scene. Phoenix Wright goes swimming. The thing is, though, they got Never mind. I won't finish that sentence. Okay. Then he took one sip of his Javakino and he said something like, "Wah!" and then collapsed, dead. Oh, how terrifying. You're so good at listening, aren't you? Must add fan service. I'll tell you anything, whatever you want to know. He certainly seems to be telling the truth now. But it looks like Mr. Kudo didn't see this other man either. Do you like the food at Tribulations? Well, of course, I'm really quite a sophisticated man. I was a young businessman once, you know. I set up a casino in London. Really? How interesting. Eating the food at that restaurant really takes me back to my days in France. What a lovely story. London's in England, not France. Oh yes, France is wonderful. I'd love to show you around the city sometime. It's too much, I can't take it. I want France. Ha ha ha. I can't believe Mia's laughing at the guy. Hey, it's working, Phoenix. Don't question it. You visit Tribulations a lot, don't you? Of course. I mean, yes. I'd like to come and see you there. Really? Oh, you flatter me so. The owner would be delighted to welcome you, I'm sure. Be careful of that... Oh. Be careful of that chef, my dear. The chef? You mean Mr. Armstrong? That's right. That man's an ex-con. He's an ex-con? Whatever did Mr. Armstrong do? Oh no, those eyes. I can't take this. Mia's really got this guy eating out of her hand. He steals things from his customers. From his customers? Gloves, handkerchiefs, little things, mainly. He's a pilfer, so you better be careful around him, my dear. I see. That's why he sold the Magatama. Are you sure about this? Of course, he was arrested for it once. I was there when it happened, having my Javakino. He really is a regular. Let me write you a little haiku about it. Haiku? A Japanese poem. It'll explain all you need to know about that chef. Convicted before, a wicked man or woman, repeat offender. If he takes anything again, you let me know. It's not too expensive, I'll buy you a replacement. Poor guy. He couldn't do enough for Mia. Well, there we go. Okay, Phoenix. That's about as much as I can do to help. Thanks, Mia. We got some really important information thanks to you. Honestly, I can't believe Maya called me for something like this. Well, that's over with. I guess it's about time to wrap up today's investigation. Had enough of being a waitress? Yeah, plus no one came to the restaurant. Oh la la, Mademoiselle Maya. No, oh, you can't leave me like this. I'm sorry. That reminds me. Mr. Armstrong had a Psyche Locker 3, didn't he? I'm going to have to break those. Mr. Armstrong, I hope you won't mind, but I'd like to have another word with you. Volunteers, of course. Okay. Why is his, like, a different color? Maggie's motive. What is happening? I do not like this horrible feeling. I have to know the truth. What happened that day? Alas, I will confess everything. Just don't hurt me. Huh? Well, that was a new world record. It was a lottery ticket. Lottery ticket? The man who died the lottery ticket. For $500,000. $500,000? Oui, but after that incident, the ticket... It disappeared. The ticket disappeared? This was the motive the prosecutor gave for Maggie. They said that she poisoned the man to get the $500,000 lottery ticket. Why didn't you tell me about this sooner? My laws. You've been trying to hide this information about the lottery ticket from me. I want to know the reason why. No, monsieur, you doubt me, but I have confessed to you everything I know. Mr. Armstrong, the $500,000 lottery ticket. I think I know who took it. It was you. I think the winning ticket was stolen by you. Mr. Armstrong, I believe that there is a high probability that it was you. Ah! Wow. That is one piercing scream, even for a man like him. Mais pourquoi moi? Why? You have no evidence. I am not Mask the Mask. I am not the kind of person who steals the property of others. Sorry to disappoint you, Mr. Armstrong, but I have evidence to the contrary. Proof that you have stolen from others in the past. What is this, a poem? Oh, monsieur, you know me so well, I adore poems. Please, read it, and put some feeling into it. Convicted before a wicked man, or woman, repeat offender. I'm sorry to have bring it up, Mr. Armstrong, but you have been arrested for stealing from your customers before, haven't you? Mon Dieu, le mensonge, you are a liar. You deny it? Do not make the false accusation, s'il vous plaît. So, do you have any proof? I want to see that incontestable proof that I have ever stolen from one of my customers. Oh, this. It seems old habits die hard, Mr. Armstrong. What is that you stole from me? This is my Magatama. And I found it in your kitchen. No. Wow, that scream just about broke some windows. We. I have a weakness for that little trinkets and not figurines. My it slips out, I cannot stop it. You've stolen handkerchiefs, gloves, and other things from your customers, right? It is the truth. I am just a timid little girl inside, monsieur, a timid little girl. Besides, this time it was not a small trinket, it was $50,000. Why would I steal it? I have no need for such money. Really now? Oh, monsieur, what is it? Isn't it true that you're in some pretty serious trouble? And that you are in desperate need of a large amount of cash? Yeah? This restaurant is deep in the red, isn't it? You have a loan to the tune of $500,000. That lottery ticket would have wiped out your debts. Ugh. Well, Mr. Armstrong, what do you have to say for yourself now? Unlocked successful. Hooray. That was really easy. Mr. Armstrong, you said that the victim had a winning lottery ticket for $500,000. How did you know he had something like that in the first place? The man, he was listening to the radio with his earpiece. Maggie said something about that too. That winning number was announced on the news, I think. All of a sudden, he exploded. Yes, $500,000, he shouted. And the ticket? He had all his tickets spread out on the table. I was so desperately in need of money, so I put the poison in his coffee. No. Oh no, you naughty man. I simply helped myself to one of his tickets. What? The victim collapsed and Maggie passed out. I thought to myself, pourquoi pas? He had so many of them. Yes, but only one of them was a winning ticket, right? How could you do that, Mr. Armstrong? Maggie was arrested because of you. No, this is not true. I did not take it. That ticket is for $500,000, I mean. But you just told us you did. You said you took the ticket. Mas non. Ma fede was not. That's enough. Huh? Is it that girl? Mr. Godot! What the heck are you doing here? Ugh. This is, without a doubt, the worst coffee I have ever tasted, Mr. Armstrong. Came in here for coffee? Does his craving for coffee know no bounds? Perhaps Mr. Armstrong stole one of the victim's tickets on the day in question. I had known, just a pretty little girl who everyone is laughing at. But in that case, Maggie shouldn't be the only one under suspicion. He had the wrong ticket. What? Mr. Armstrong made off with the winning ticket's pretty neighbor. So, the ticket he took was worthless? Not quite. He did win something. $1. You see, I am a pretty face. Without my looks, I have nothing. So, what happened to the winning ticket then? The one he meant to steal? Indeed, what did happen to it? I don't like spoiling myself by watching trailers, so we'll just wait and see how the movie turns out tomorrow, won't we? Voila, you two. Time to laugh at the pretty little airhead. Looks like I won't be needing this note anymore. Victor's note thrown into the trash. Looks like we've got a new mystery now, namely, where did the winning ticket go? Got a bad feeling about this. Well, anyway, is it time for trial? We can't let Maggie suffer any longer for this, and certainly not again. Okay. 1 hour 30. We've made it. Oh, I see. I guess we should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? But he was there when I took the coffee over, sir. Scout's honor. Maggie! Ah, Detective Gumshoe! How are you doing alright? How are you feeling? As if you need to ask either question, sir. Don't let him get you down, Maggie. And don't forget to eat well, okay? Roger. And you. Yes? You'd better square this case away. Got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, you hear? If you screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest. I think he's serious. Hey, detective, you're on our side for once, right? Yep. So you'll be able to help Maggie out, right? Really? Can you, sir? Of course! I've got the situation under control. I'm gonna be the first witness on stand today. If something I say doesn't mess with the facts, make sure you point it out, alright? Sure. Okay, we're forming a united front today, pal. You get me? I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, detective. I know I can count on you. Looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh? I can only wish. Oh boy, here we go. January 7th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Huh? Ah, bitter. Mr. Wright. Oh, hello, Brad. Yes, Your Honor? Ah! Well, what's wrong? Nothing, it's just whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was, "You's talking to me?" It was a little, well, intimidating. You're live on YouTube. Yes, we're live on both Twitch and YouTube simultaneously. No, that wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix. I see. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he? Our trusty? So, Mr. Godot, your opening statement, please. Mr. Trite, whether you're a fake or the real deal, we'll find out soon enough through this trial today. But I can already tell you I'm the real Phoenix Wright. I wasn't questioning whether you were Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. That's what I intend to find out. There's no denying it. Behind that mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another. As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial, nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial. I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony me said. Trust me. Now then, Mr. Godot, please summon your first witness. Let's start with the formalities, shall we? Name and occupation. Witness! State your name for the court. Huh? Oh, sorry, sir. The name's Police Department Detective. Occupation, Dick Gumshoe. Other way around, Detective. Huh? Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir. Since yesterday? Yeah, the guy who was on the initial investigation tied up with another case now. Oh, Gumshoe's really got everything under control, for everyone's sake. I see, so Detective Gumshoe. Would you outline for the court the basic facts of the case? Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn Elg. He was a professional programmer. He was on the payroll of Blue Screens Inc., a local company. This is the victim's autopsy report. The court accepts this into evidence. Where's chat in YouTube side? The chat only displays Twitch chat. I haven't figured out how to have the YouTube chat display at the same time. But also YouTube chat's kind of been dead, so I haven't been too worried about that for the time being. The court accepts this into evidence. Glenn's autopsy report added to the court record. And here are the floor plans of the restaurant. When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. The poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the waitress. The waitress being the accused? Yeah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee. Yeah. At the time of the incident, there were 2 other people in the restaurant. Mr. John Armstrong, the owner-in-chief, and a regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudo. No, you can't say chicken butt. That's illegal. It still seems to be a very straightforward case to me. Haha, made you look. You're right, I am making sure that I at least am keeping an eye out on YouTube chat. That way, seeing as we don't have it currently displayed visually on screen, I don't want to miss the good old chatters. You know, I should have the stream open on a second screen here. There we go. Anyways. Très bien floor plan added to the court record. Cool. Come, detective. Take up this hammer and nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own 2 hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony. Yes, sir. When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. We understand that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And, it looks like Mr. Bird might have had, well, some kind of motive. Okay. Using the dark, aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady. The facts of this case seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask for you to begin your cross-examination, but... Yes? Please, no intimidation tricks this time around. Is that understood? I already told you that wasn't me. The incident. When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. Hold it. Can I stop you for just a minute? Huh? What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence? He's so desperate for that to be true. He's practically crying. Your testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Bird. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table. Yeah, that's what she said, and I...
Objection!
What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction? Hey! Sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, it's true. There are 2 testimonies tie up on that. They both said there was no other guy at the table. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? I could press harder, why not? Well, maybe the other witnesses just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured in some way. Ha! That argument is as weak as the coffee at Très Bien. Trite! I have here in my possession a ticket. A ticket? Looks more like a photo to me. Yes, a one-way ticket to Guiltyville. Population the defendant. This is a photograph taken from near the entrance of the kitchen. This is a scene as witnessed by the chef, moments after the poisoning took place, correct? I think the court will agree with such a clear view of the scene of the crime. How, Mr. Trite, could anyone have overlooked a second person at the table? Ugh. It certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly. Crime photo added to the court record. We understand that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio at the time. Ruin, explain now, what's the joke with Glenn Elg's name? I don't get it. He was listening to his radio, you say? Yeah, he had a portable radio in his chest pocket. Maggie told us that too, didn't she? Something about how one of them had some sort of earpiece. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Yeah, I'll press it. Also, Adachi, you're not a copy-2 cat. You don't have the right to the llama. And what was it that the victim was listening to on the radio, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? How should I know? Thanks a lot. We're now one step closer to the middle of nowhere. This isn't going very well, is it? Detective? Could you perhaps tell us about the poison and how it was used? Traces of the poison were found in his coffee cup. So, traces of the poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else? Not sure I get you, pal. Was the poison a liquid, or was it a powder? If I had to put it in layman's terms, I would say it was a powdery substance. So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper.
Objection!
Ha! Do you put salt and pepper in your coffee, trite? The victim took his coffee black with no sugar. It seems that the poison could have only been in the coffee. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder, or not? Yeah, press it. It's just a palindrome. I think they made his last name weird so it fit. I see. Are you absolutely certain that the victim ever drank any of his coffee? Huh? What do you mean? According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. But what proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it? Oh, hey, you're right. That's what I was thinking.
Objection!
In case you were wondering, that last objection was for the detective there. Huh? For me? Oh, hey, you're right! You may be fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. If you have the time to waste, you have the time to present that piece of evidence. That piece, sir? Yes, that piece. What piece was it again? This! Should I be grateful? This coffee's only hot enough to give me first-degree burns? Oh, now I remember. This is, the victim's coffee cup. Yes, the victim's cup. Take a good look at the rim. Oh, yes, it's unmistakable. There is clearly a coffee stain on it. Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in this cup. The victim gulped down the bitter death that was the waitress that brought it. Wait. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa! For the record, the only print on the cup were the victims and the defendants. Coffee cup added to the court record. Godot just went and gulped down all that coffee before I could even finish reading his lines. He's getting a little bit excited. A little bit. Okay, coffee cup. The coffee contained potassium cyanide, covered in the victim and Maggie's fingerprints. Upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance. And what we found was potassium cyanide. Hold on, let me see. Do we have the evidence that we gave Godot earlier? No. What we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. Potassium cyanide? I've heard of that chemical before. Exactly how strong this poison, Detective Gumshoe? It's, well, that stuff's lethal. Eat too much in your history. How much is too much? A lethal dose is 0.2 grams. That's about enough to finish anyone off. 0.2 grams? How much is that? You know when you swab your ear for earwax? Yeah, about that much. Earwax, huh? Sounds like something Gumshoe's got an abundance of. Such a small quantity of poison could have been concealed anywhere. Okay. And, it looks like Mr. Bird might have had, well, some kind of motive. Some kind of motive? Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown way out of proportion.
Objection!
You know what my golden rule is, Detective? Chuck out a bad cup of coffee, you can always get another. Huh? I don't get it. I'm saying we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to chuck you out. So stick to the facts, Detective. Now then, what was Miss Bird's motive? Come on, Gumshoe. They said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket. I knew it. That's what we heard yesterday, too. It disappeared from the scene of the crime. And it wasn't just any lottery ticket. It was a winning ticket for $500,000. Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he sold the wrong one. Then, is it possible Maggie stole the winning one? What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Well, yeah, press on it. Did she redeem it? Did she have it on her? Wait a minute. The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared is in no way The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared in no way implicates my client. Ha! I have here in my hand the very ticket in question. That's the $500,000 lottery ticket? One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search of the defendant. What? Order! Order! Ha! She's quite a lucky bird, our little waitress. You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court. Immediately! I better keep an eye out on that ticket. The way the judge's voice is quivering. That one time we defended a cool fee maid. This ticket was presented to the court in the previous trial, too. But it feels heavier now somehow. $500,000, you say? It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor. And that's on Maggie's person, unfortunately. That's enough. The fact of this case seems to be overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which she is charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime. I like an old man who knows the score. There's also the matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, for that sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rules. I don't mind an old man who is weak to the siren call of money. Not good, Nick. The evidence against Maggie is starting to pile up fast. Yeah, and that's because the court has ruled guilty once already. I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance with one final decisive piece of evidence. He's got more evidence against Maggie? This is the apron of the delightful Miss Bird. This is the apron the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time. Wow, that's not the cleanest apron I've seen. That stain looks like... It can't be. Blood? Can it? Ha! It seems the star of our play was a little flustered. And somehow spilled coffee on herself. The coffee? That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye. Of course, the coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more. Something else? I presume you mean, of course, I'm referring to the pocket. The pocket? A search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide, the very poison used by the killer, was in her apron pocket. A bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket? Yeah, and Maggie's prints were the only ones on it. What? Order, order, order. The court will accept these items into evidence. Apron added to the court record. Potassium cyanide added to the court record. There's something still bothering me, Mr. Godot. Why have you not explained the blood stain to the court? Blood stain? What blood stain would that be? Don't play games, prosecutor. The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron. That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about a blood stain. You don't need to be told, just look at it. Well, detective? Could this stain really be blood? No way, sir. It's just ketchup, sir. Ketchup? She must have gotten some on her apron while taking someone to their... She must have gotten some on her apron while taking someone their breakfast that day. You could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe. Pull us something like that again and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup, you witness. I thought everyone knew what it was already. I haven't seen anything yet to make me double the last ruling I made on this case. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence. They have all been clearly established. Well, Trite, it seems you really are a phony after all. You really know how to drive a man nuts. Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe for the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation there. Okay. The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough for her. The victim didn't have any identification on him, but we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we found a lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. Excuse me? Nothing else missing, huh? Hold on. Okay, I guess never mind. Whatever. Last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer, trite. Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one, so let the fun begin. Okay. Hold it. Scary old man, Detective Gumshoe. There's an old man who's a regular at the restaurant where the incident happened. Ah, we're obviously talking about the same old man. Officers were dispatched right after the report came in, but the old guy still made a fuss. What took you so long? Then he hurled abuse at them, and seeds. Seeds. Ha! It was nothing. I caught each one with my teeth. I guess not even the mighty Godot can avoid being attacked by that guy. The old man was the only other customer in the place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone, apparently, so he was late reporting the crime. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough for her. How long was the defendant unconscious for? The officers got to the crime scene around 2:40. Maggie was still out cold in the kitchen at that time. It took another 10 minutes or so before she came to. I would like to have been on the scene myself. I bet you would have liked to have carried out the search too. I would love to see Maggie asleep like that, all pretty and peaceful. You're a professional detective, Gumshoe, not a professional bird watcher. Save the romantics for your own time, detective. All we need to know about is the investigation. Oops, I guess I'm pretty red right now, aren't I? The victim didn't have any identification on him. He didn't have any? Are you saying that he was stolen then? No, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on him, pal. All he had was 58 cents in his wallet. Wait, he didn't have any money? 58 cents. Wait, hold on. Then how did he order? Yeah, I can't believe I found someone with less in their wallet than me, pal. The victim sounds like he was a thoroughly miserable young man. Or some kind of outlaw. Why not give him a bit of an edge? I think I'm onto something here. Yes, we are. How did he order then? Wait, no, hold on. He had no money. He was flat out broke, right? Would it be this? No. Okay. Do I not have any other thing that fits here? If so, I might have to move on. Okay, whatever. Wait a sec. Huh? Did I say something dumb again? Let me paraphrase what you just testified to this court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's basically what you said, yes? Yeah, basically. In that case, how were you able to identify the victim so quickly? Oh, Matt. He's so let down. He's got the whole sagging shoulders and puppy eye thing going. There is a prescription bag on the victim's table along with the lottery ticket. It seems Mr. Glenn Elg visited his doctor before he went to Tribulations. We got the victim's name for the medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds. That's a reliable enough source for the court. What should I do? Should I leave this alone or ask for more? I'll ask about the bag. So what sort of medicine was in the bag? Well... Actually, the bag we found was empty. Yeah? Yeah, completely empty. It was completely empty. Victim got this from the doctor before going to Tribulations. The bank was empty. Ha! You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence? Oh, I need to drink water. Oh my god. Okay. Now, what happened with the investigation after that, detective? When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. If I don't find a hole in this testimony, the judge is going to hand down his verdict. Maggie and Gumshoe are like Dumb and Dumber. Our only hope is that they were so dumb, they missed something obvious. Okay. Okay, wait. Look here. But the defendant had been passed out for a while, correct? In that case, isn't it possible that someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pockets? Hey, yeah, you nailed it, pal. It happens to me all the time. We had a department party the other day, and when I got home, I was wearing the boss's shoes.
Objection!
Keep up this crazy testimony, detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat. Sorry. So, Trite, someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket? That's a pretty bold statement. Care to back it up with some evidence? Well, I'd love to if I had any. It appears you have no evidence to support your theory, Mr. Wright. Continue with your testimony, witness. Okay, hold on. Let me get the other bit of info here. Wait. Oh. I guess there's nothing else to it? So the $500,000 lottery ticket and the bottle of poison were accounted for. Yeah. Interesting. It's true that those two items are accounted for, but wasn't there another lottery ticket that was stolen that day? Oh yeah. The one that the restaurant owner took. He won a whole $1 with it. What a lucky guy, huh? And they're just going to let him get away with it? It was just $1, detective. I guess no one cares when it's that little, except for Gumshoe. If I don't find a hole in this testimony, the judge is going to hand down his verdict. But they're like dumb. And they missed something obvious. Okay. Oh. He didn't have any identification on him? Really? Really? Okay, I need to wake up here. Hold on. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on him, pal. All he had was 58 cents in his wallet. 58 cents. It's that. For sure it's that. He had 58 cents. I mean, I think the question I have is, if he had so little money, how was he able to order coffee? Just saved here, so I could present it again. No. Okay, wait a second. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. Yeah. How were you able to identify the victim? Yeah. The bag. Prescription bag. Okay. When they were searched. Evidence about this.
Objection!
Man, the hint that they gave was not a hint at all. They just said, oh, Gumshoe is dumb. Okay. Nothing else missing. Oh. Wait, nothing else missing? Not even. Oh. That was missing. I mean, oh. I guess, yeah, the bag is empty. That would be the contradiction. Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point something out to you. There is just one small contradiction in your testimony. Yeah, I was just trying to think, like, identify, like, what is something clearly that they would have missed. Alright. Oh ho, finally. I'm getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will you? You testify that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later? No, they didn't. The victim was given a prescription right before going to Trey Bien. Where, then, did the medicine disappear to? You are too cool, pal. Indeed. Due consideration wasn't given to the victim's prescription in the previous trial. Witness, why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence? I guess that's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh? The victim was killed by poison, and the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared? The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself. Oh, order. Well, Mr. Godot, what do you have to say to that? Ha, that's all. What? Read for the court the name of the clinic of the prescription. Okay. Whew. Read for the court the name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will. What's a client's name got to do with anything? New ear Otolarno. I have no idea how to say that. Otolarn go. Okay, Orlingolical. Blah 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 blah. Just what kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Godot? Hardly an illness, Your Honor. More like a bitter war wound, you could say. A war wound? The day before the incident, Mr. Elg found himself in a fight. He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum. He ruptured his eardrum? Then what on earth was the prescription he was given? It was a cream that was to be applied topically inside his ear canal, not to be ingested. What? It's pronounced Otorno. I hate you, Rulin. How can you can't just say it's pronounced, just copy it without any of the enunciation. It's mentioned in the autopsy report if you read the fine print. They found traces of the medicine in the victim's left ear. Yes, here it is, in very, very fine print. How's the YouTube streaming? I mean, the YouTube streaming is there. It's nothing. Thank you for the 1 bit as well. No, don't worry, Rulin. I'm not, as long as he's here, I won't continue this dialogue. But, yeah, YouTube streaming is existent. I think right now, one weakness is the fact that I haven't figured out how to have it so the YouTube chat could show at the same time as the Twitch chat. So, YouTube is kind of dead, but I don't know. I think the point is just to have it there so more people have eyes on it. And that's kind of it, really. Some people, I've noticed some people might like hop into the YouTube chat and be like, oh, you're live on Twitch, and then hop onto the Twitch chat. Oh, okay, I'll sit here then. Okay, you monster. Chat, maul that man. Skin him alive. Turn him inside out. Make him pay for his crimes of wasting your time. Alright, have you guys eaten him alive? Alright, Nathan, I'm gonna move on. Thank you very much for stopping by. YouTube is gonna pop off in certain years. Either way, ta-ta, adios. We'll play Isaac in a few days, and that'll be our duo stuff. It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. Therefore, it would be absurd to believe that he would have eaten his medication. Alright. Have fun. It seems that this medication is irrelevant to the case after all. No. Nick, if you don't think of something quick, it'll all be over. She's right. But I can't get away with any old weak objection. What should I do? I mean... I think it's worth pointing out. Only moments ago, Mr. Godot made the following statement. It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. If that's the case, then why was the medication not found at the scene of the crime? But the medication in question was for topical use inside the ear canal. That doesn't change the fact that it could not have been, that doesn't change the fact that it could not be found at the crime scene. However insignificant it may seem, it's a lawyer's duty to pursue the truth. Objection. You know as well as I do that the medication is irrelevant. It hardly seems likely that a prescription drug would contain potassium cyanide. It hardly seems likely that the coffee the waitress served would contain it either. But it did. The possibility is undeniable. Ah. That's enough. Mr. Godot, is the detective the only witness the prosecution wishes to call? Mr. Godot? I've got my own witness I'd like to call, sir. It's the old man who was there in the restaurant on the day of the murder. Victor Kudo, the pigeon hater? Very well. The matter of the disappearing medication seems little more than trivial at best. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial, and that is something that bothers me. Yay, good job, Nick. The court will adjourn for a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear the prosecution's next witness. Ha! I suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups. Last 6? That's fast. Yawn. January. Anyways. Hold on. Let's see. Here. Phew, that was close. Tell me about it. I nearly died in there. That's my line, sir. No, it's my line. I think I really did die a little bit. Looks like we all nearly died in there. I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. How could he betray us like that? Huh? He said he'd help me, but he totally set me up. I don't think he meant to do that, Maggie. He was backed into a corner. I mean, the guy's got to do his job, right? It's okay, I know all about lies and betrayal. I've had them my whole life. But it really hurt this time. It felt like someone punched me hard in the stomach. I hate that guy. I don't ever want to see him again. Poor Gumshoe. So the next witness is going to be that old guy from the park, right? Yeah, Mr. Kudo. Lover of waitress outfits and projectile seeds. I bet he's gonna be really stubborn. I mean, he's pretty set in his ways, you know. Yeah, he's a big old grouch. Are you going to be able to handle him, Nick? Yeah, I can take whatever he throws at me, even those never-ending bird seeds. The Phoenix Wright Classic. Create a random character, give them one trait that they like to do a lot, and make all the jokes around that one thing. In this case, I guess this is 2 jokes. Bro likes waitresses, and he throws bird seeds. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Maggie Bird. Mr. Godot, your next witness, please. Prosecution calls a lucky old-timer who caught the show over a cup of coffee. Will the witness please take the stand? Name and occupation, if you don't mind.
Name is Victor Kudo, born and bred in the land of the rising sun. Honor and duty are what make me. Mind you, I can be quite emotional at times, too.
We don't need to hear about that, Mr. Kudo. Just tell the court your occupation.
My occupation? Ha! Listen, young'uns. How much call do you think there is for kimono embroidery here?
Kimono embroidery?
That's what I do, or did back in Japan. I embroidered family crests on kimonos. My ancestors were embroidering kimonos before this country even existed.
Wow, a real craftsman. They're a dying breed. Hey, maybe he can embroider my costume sometime. Anyway, like I said, there's not much demand for that kind of thing here. So I had to take a job working the cash register at a burger joint, pretending to smile. That burger joint would have been better off putting him in the kitchen. Now then, witness, were you in the restaurant at the time of the incident? Oh yes, I was eating some seeds over a cup of Javakino. Seeds?
What do you think these are,
I see. So you saw everything that happened, Gramps.
Did I? Oh yes I did. I saw it all.
Then please, tell the court. We're all ears.
Sure. I'll tell you.
I'll tell you every last detail. He's really getting into this. What I witnessed. The young man was reading the sports paper. The serving girl brought him a Javakino, but she put something in it. The man took one sip of it, looked like he was in terrible pain, and then collapsed. That's the serving girl right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. Nope. Wrong. You don't remember her well. You weren't looking at her. Oh, wait, no, she's still wearing the thing, isn't she? Mr. Kudo, she is not a serving girl. Please refer to her as a waitress.
Ah, you're as bad as the rest of them.
All these newfangled words. What's wrong with the old-fashioned ones, Newfangled? All this talks of radios and glasses, it's wireless and spectacles, I tell you. Excuse me? Listen to me, everyone. Don't forget the old values. Don't let the good old days slip away. Well, I think it's time to begin cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. What I witnessed. The young man was reading the sports paper. The serving girl brought him a Javakino, but she put something in it. The man took one sip of it, looks like he was in terrible pain, and then collapsed. That's the serving girl right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. Do you think old Seedy really saw Maggie do it? Well, he probably had his eye on the waitress the whole time. That's why he was there. But he was there for the cute outfits, right? Not the waitress? I guess. Yeah, okay. I think I kind of just skipped through here, but... No, you don't. Now, what evidence could I use to contradict that? I mean, I could probably just contradict that by holding it. You said I remember her well in reference to the waitress. Did she have any particular features that you can identify her by? Particular features? It's a disgrace. That's what it is. Sorry? You can see all the way up to her... You know. She's practically naked in that uniform. So the particular feature you recognize about the waitress is her outfit. But anyone can wear just such a uniform. Even me! Mr. Wright, please spare the court any further mental anguish from that image. Don't get all excited, Nick. You've got to keep yourself together. I guess I got a bit carried away. There's other things I recognize about her, too. No, I'm pressing it. Sure, you saw a waitress take the coffee over to the victim. But what matters is whether that waitress was Maggie Bird or not. Quite right. Mr. Kudo, these other features that you recognize about the defendant, I would ask you to add them to your testimony. Sure. Okay. Oh, really? So you recognized all of that, but not... Come on, guys. I'm getting ahead of myself, not pressing the statement. You do seem to remember several details about her appearance. Well, what about the most crucial detail of all? Her face. Ah, as if I wouldn't remember that.
Objection!
The witness noticed the straps of the accused apron. He's unlikely to make a mistake about her face. That's right, I can even tell you the color of the ribbon in her hair. It was red. So you see, there's nothing wrong with the witness's eyesight. There's no doubt he remembers the waitress pretty well. What should I do? I get the feeling there's something... There's more to this somehow. What would the back have to do with it? I guess I can do both. The identifying feature you described are all things you would see from the back. Oh wait, where were you sitting? So what? Is it possible that you never saw the waitress from the front at all?
Objection!
Ha! He's got you there, Gramps. Oh. People normally talk about facial features when they're asked to describe someone. But this witness's testimony is nothing but straps and ribbons. This is harassment. I tell you I'm not obsessed with straps or ribbons. I'm just telling you what I saw. Mr. Kudo, the court requests that you add details about any identifying features. Features you observed from the front, that is, to your testimony. Sure. This old man's testimony is getting longer and longer. Hold on. There was nothing that caught your interest about her when you saw her. Okay. Do I even need to press this statement? I feel like this is the most...
Objection!
There you go. Mr. Kudo, I would like for you to please take a look at this. God, that filthy thing would suit filth like you just perfectly. Actually, it reminds me of what my grandson looks like just after he's done eating. Have you ever seen this before? Of course I haven't. Do you think I'd forget something as dirty as that, Well, you half-witted clot. What? What is it? Ever since I said you half-witted clot, there's been eerie silence in here. Mr. Kudo, this apron... Is the apron worn by the defendant on the day of the poisoning? And as you just said yourself, you wouldn't forget something like this. Which means if you had really seen this apron before, yes, you know what I'm getting at. You couldn't have possibly seen the waitress from the front. Oops! Witness! You can't just oops your way out of this. Ha! Well. Looks like we finally have a genuine trial on our hands. Listen, Trite, here are the facts. On the day of the incident, there was only one waitress in the restaurant. That being the defendant, Miss Maggie Bird? Exactly. And when that one waitress put the poison into the coffee cup, this old guy was watching. I hope you understand the gravity of the situation, Mr. Kudo. The fate of the defendant may rest on what you say you remember seeing. Just tell the court exactly what you saw, Gramps. You can rely on me, Captain. My noggin's in perfect working order. I can't remember a single occasion when I forgot what burger a customer wanted. He can't remember. Probably more like he messed up so many times he's blocking it out. Very well. Let's test how good your memory and attention to detail is, Mr. Kudo. Tell us what you remember about the victim. Okay. About the victim. He was another one of those pesky young types wearing a broken pair of spectacles. He had a newspaper in his right hand, and the noisy brat kept rustling its pages. The young man was listening to the wireless. I remember that well. Then the serving girl in question brought over the Javakino. The little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip. Oh, wait, didn't he, shout that he won the lottery at some point? The testimony we have just heard was to test how credible the witness's memory is. It seems to me that he remembered the victim in a great deal of details. Wrong. Oh, yes, I hate those you-know-what types who are so vague about everything. Do we have evidence that has to do with the lottery? This might just be a thing where we need to press him. Yeah, I think just it's good to keep it in mind, though. At some point during the victim sitting down, he shouted out loud that he won $1 million. That was a very important detail. How are we going to handle this, Nick? We only need to do one thing. We just need to prove that the old man's memory is shot. Just strip him up, you mean? Isn't that kind of cruel? I suppose, but it's what I do best. About the victim. He was another one of those pesky young types wearing a broken pair of spectacles. He's just saying that because he had one eye. A newspaper. Okay. The newspaper was a sports paper, was it? That young hooligan. I nearly asked him, can't you even read without fidgeting, How was I supposed to be able to read the back page with all of that wrestling going on? I needed to find out if Guts and Brawl retained his championship title. It was his paper, not yours. If you wanted to know so bad, why didn't you just buy your own? What are you looking at me for like that, How dare you? Brah, brah. Ow, ow! Guts and Brawl got beaten yesterday, by the way. Anyway. Okay. Listening to the wireless? The wireless? The decadent young rascal. In my day, it was one or the other. Read the paper or listen to the wireless. Is he talking about radio? And using an earpiece. It's selfish, that's what it is. I was straining my ears, but I couldn't catch any of it. Was he that desperate to listen to the radio? What are you looking at me like that for, How dare you feel sorry for me? Ow! Ow! Stop throwing seeds at me. Then the serving girl in the question brought over to Giavachino. You mean the waitress, who you only saw from behind, right? You're one of those, aren't you? You never let anyone... Oh my god. I need to speak right! Oh my god, my eyes are blurring. This is what happens when you spend 2 hours and 22 minutes speaking non-stop. You're one of those, are you? You never let anything go, isn't that right? Maybe. But does it matter if I saw her from the front or from behind? Ow! Ow! I better not push it until I got some hard evidence. Okay. He took the cup, his free hand. Yes. Which hand was that? Weren't you listening to before? Cloth ears? I said he was rustling the newspaper with his right hand, didn't I? If his free hand wasn't his right hand, then which would it have been, you moron? Oh. Hat. Perhaps the great Mr. Trite has 3 hands. Yeesh. I was only asking. No need to gang up on me and treat me like a freak. The whole point of this cross-examination is to establish just one thing. That this old guy's memories has more holes than a slice of Swiss. I guess we just need to find a contradiction in his testimony somewhere, huh? Okay. I believe that Phoenix kind of gave me a clue already. He was, Was it this one? Where he mentioned hard evidence? No, it wasn't this one. I think he was talking about, like, seeing from behind. Ow, ow. Okay. From where he was sitting. So you said his right hand was jostling. Okay. Okay. Serving girl question brought over the Giavachino. What would contradict that? The only thing I can think of is the floor plan maybe being off, but my brain isn't telling me that would be a strong enough case. Okay, let's just... I'm probably wrong about this. Yeah, okay. Hold it. What does it matter? Okay, hold on. Right hand? Okay. Okay. One contradiction. Okay, what was this? Oh, is it gonna be something like he had it on the wrong side? One was broken. Perhaps I should take to wearing some and rival Mr. Godot's sharp appearance. You better come up with something sharp and quip. Guess I'll wait and see if I should challenge him about the spectacles. A broken pair of spectacles. I mean, I could contradict this. He was wearing the wireless. Do we have anything about that either? We didn't find anything related to that. Oh! How? No? Nothing? I would have thought it's like, oh, his eardrum's ruptured. How can he... In detail. I mean, I think we're saying that... I mean, it might be this one because of the fact I don't know which side the guy was sitting on. I thought he was sitting here, and the old guy was sitting here. Lady walks through there, gives him thing. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, there's no... He's not holding anything in his hand. I mean, I could present this. I just saved, so... No. I don't see any paper in his hand in that image there. Hold on, what was the contradiction here? Okay. Yeah. I get a feeling this one here. if not that. Is that his left hand holding the paper? Ugh. I mean... This is a weird one. There's like... Look for evidence that might tell you how he was holding his two items. I mean, okay. No. 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 I don't know if he was holding it. I keep going over it. What am I missing? I mean, I see this. That's his left hand, I think, holding onto the newspaper, I guess. But if that's the case, then, like, I can't... It's not the picture? Oh. Is it the lottery ticket? I mean, there's a lot of lottery tickets, so it's hard for me to really assert one way or another. Okay. You're on the right statement? What, this one? Or is it the wireless? No, I assume it's this one. Because this is the only one that out... Yeah. Is it the cup? No. At this point, I might just start flipping through. Is it the, Ugh. The what? Oop. Oopsie poopsie. Oh. That was, I'm just gonna say, I can't even say that that was like, oh, that was bad. That was just really confusing. And there's so many different, like, weird micro things of what he could have been doing. I don't know. Let's see. that this was a way of testing the credibility of your memory. I know, there's nothing wrong with my memory, I tell you. Nothing. If I got anything wrong, I'll eat these seeds and sing the pigeon song. Care to tell us where this is going, Wright? That was kind of a strange puzzle. It makes sense, but like that statement evidence combo you just did should have worked. Yeah. According to Mr. Kudo, the victim was holding the paper in his right hand, while drinking coffee with his free hand, which would make that his left.
Gah, what is this, kindergarten?
But I would like the court to please take a look at this. Okay, I thought this, but I didn't say it out loud. I'm like, there's no way they're gonna have it. Well, the teacup in the picture, the handle's on the right, meaning he had to use his right hand. That's the cup the victim used, correct? Yes, and on the rim, you'll notice a mark left by the victim's lips. Oh, I guess that would have been an indicator that he held it with his right and drank it on that side. Okay. I didn't know if that was like, we were supposed to use something like that. Ah, fair enough. If you consider where the stain is, you'll clearly see that the victim was holding the cup in his right hand. But how? Yeah, it makes sense, just a hinted statement worth deciding the best. Well, Mr. Kudo, the court is waiting for your epic performance. You said you'd eat those seeds and sing the pigeon song. Ah! Whatever though, we'll move on now. Mr. Kudo, I'm afraid this is simply not acceptable. I think the witness had better go back to the park where he came from. Wait! If you think I'm going to stand here and listen to you tell me I'm mad, you're wrong. I don't care about that dirty coffee cup. I know what I saw. You still insist on your testimony? That young brat was holding the cup in his left hand. Oh yes, no question. I'm a good law-abiding citizen, I am. It's that dead young hotbot and you spiky-haired Yahoo, who are in fault. Who, me? Thank you, old man. We've heard quite enough from you already. Don't call me old man, old man. Been around for 68 years, I have. You can't ignore me. Listen to what I've got to say. I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but... Sure, why not hear a little more? Mr. Godot. But this is my 16th cup of coffee, so this is your final stand. Thank you, Captain. You can rely on Victor. Left hand or right hand? Alright, more hand shenanigans. The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his spec. He kept fiddling with it all the time. He was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup, too. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand. What? Why are you so insisting on the left hand? We know that the victim was wearing an unusual monocle over his left eye. It wasn't a monocle, Your Honor. It was a small computer monitor often used by programmers. What? Where's my monocle? Where's my computer eyeglass? A monitor? You don't mean like a television screen. The inside of the lens is a screen that displays computer data. It's called an HMD. It's a common tool in the victim's line of work. HDTV, DVD, CD, all these newfangled letters drive me mad, but they don't matter. I know what I saw, and I'm telling the truth. It's true. It doesn't seem to be lying. And those are the facts, in good old black and white. Left hand or right hand, okay. The boy was wearing that earpiece at the same side of the screen lens, I suspect. So the victim was wearing an HMD. HDTV, CD, DVD, what does it matter? None of them actually, but anyway. And he was sure that he was wearing that earpiece on the same side? No question. I can only see the side of his head from where I was sitting. Yeah, that's pretty obvious if you look at the floor plans. From the opposite table, he'd have only the view... Oh, so that's where he was sitting? From the opposite table, he'd only have a view of the side of the victim's head. He kept fiddling with it all the time. Seems he kept an eye on Mr. Glenn Elk. He was getting on my nerves, rustling that newspaper and filling his earpiece all the time, and then he went and made all the fuss, dying from one sip of the Jappuccino. I wanted to say to him, calm down, you young brat. Just looking at him made me suddenly speed up my seed eating. I could have choked. So I take the victim was walking ball of nervous energy. Okay. He's fiddling. The earpiece you mentioned, which hand did the victim touch it with? You're one of those people, aren't you? You're the type that uses your left hand to get things out of your right pocket. Or fastens your left cuff with your right hand. And when the tour guide says, on your right side, you'll see the famous blah blah blah, you're the only one who deliberately looks left. Well, aren't you? No, I didn't mean... Obviously, he used a hand on the same side of his body that the earpiece was in. Ow! 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 So if he had the HMD on his left side, then it was his left hand, I guess. Okay. What are you talking? What? It wasn't his left hand. Are you stupid? I don't understand. Did we not just go through a whole thing just to prove that he did in fact... Oh, wait, never mind. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. This is the right hand. Silly me. Silly me. Okay, anyways. Wait, what? No. No, that's so dumb. We literally just proved that it was his right hand. You seem very sure of yourself, Mr. Kudo. That's because I know what I saw, no matter what tricks you try to play on me. It looks like you really did see the guy picking up the cup with his left hand. Maybe it's that there was another guy? This is a dead end. Well, Nick, what do you think? I think the guy's telling the truth. But even so, something's not quite right. And chuck evidence at him until he breaks. If he's not lying, there wouldn't be any contradictions in his testimony, right? I don't know. Over left eye, left eardrum. Oh! Yeah, why would he... That's a contradiction. His left eardrum was ruptured. Okay. What evidence do I have for that? Unless I could just present the victim, which I might be able to. There we go. I'm not sure what the relevance of this is, but... Mr. Kudo, there's something very strange about your observations of the victim. What? You say he was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the HMD. No question, you can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt. I could only see that side of his head from where I was sitting. I don't think so. Well, what did you say? You're no doubt unaware of this fact, Mr. Takudo, but the victim couldn't hear with his left ear. His eardrum was ruptured. Eh? Traces of medication for his condition were found in his ear canal. That's right. It's impossible that the victim was wearing his earpiece on his left ear because he couldn't even hear in that ear. Is that true, Captain? It is. Pee pigeon, pretty pigeon, Order. This witness's testimony is completely unreliable. He only saw the waitress from behind. And he claims the victim was wearing an earpiece when we know his eardrum was ruptured. Well, Mr. Kudo? A single drop of milk is all it takes to destroy the pure black magic in the cup. This old man is my drop of milk. Captain, are you calling me a drip? This is the victim's coffee cup in which the potassium cyanide was found. The mark on the rim clearly shows the victim picked it up with his right hand. I'll never back down. I know I'm right. The lad drank his Javakina with his left hand. Let me put you out of your misery. Clearly, the victim used both hands. He took a sip of the cup held in his right hand and then switched to his left. That's what the old man saw. We know that's not true. He only took one sip. Impossible. The witness has already testified on numerous occasions that the victim died immediately after taking just one sip of the coffee.
Objection.
Which hand the victim used to pick up his cup is irrelevant, Your Honor. The facts still stand. With one hand or another, Mr. L drank the poisoned coffee. Like this. Sadly, Mr. Kudo, that doesn't wash. The point of this testimony was to establish whether the witness's memory is credible. And the results are clear. The testimony given by this witness is useless. I believe It is time to conclude today's proceedings. I am satisfied that the witness is not deceiving the court. But to be frank, his testimony is a farce. Did you have to be so frank? Take that, you pompous old fogey. I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo. You can't reach me from there. I'm ordering the defense and the prosecution to investigate this case further. That is all for now. This court is adjourned. Oh boy. Wait! If we stop now, where does that leave me? Leave you, Mr. Kudo. Thanks to that blue-suited young upstart over there. I'm just a bumbling old man who can't even dot his T's or cross his I's now. How is your bad memory my fault? I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but there's nothing I can do. I've kept my mouth shut until now. But there's something else this court should know. What? There's more? To be perfectly honest, it might not be anything. But I want another chance. I want another crack at you, young shark. At me? He's looking at me like I'm sort of evil shogun. Well, everyone, what do you say to one final showdown? The final chapter in this eccentric old man's scrapbook. Is he gonna say that there's someone else? Sorry, Gramps. I've already had my seventh cup of coffee. What have you got to lose, Captain? I'll give you all the Javakino you want if you come to my house after the trial. And I may be 68 years old, but Victor Kudo is still a man. That's enough, witness. I believe it will be quicker for the court to just hear your testimony. You bet. Much, much quicker. I can't believe this is happening. Ha ha ha, you better get ready, youngster. I get the picture. Just quit throwing those seeds at me, would you? He's gotta be using some sort of infinite ammo code with that box of seeds. Final showdown. First of all, I want to stress that this might be nothing. I'm not too sure of myself. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of the Javakino. Well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over. It broke, and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Well, how about that? Turn things upside down, What the what? What's that provide? Is that all? I thought he was about to be like, there was someone else there. Yeah. Yeah? You're doubting me again? You're doubting poor old defenseless old man? No, we're not doubting you, Mr. Kudo. Don't you get the feeling there's a question hanging on everyone's lips, Nick? Yeah. So what? Probably. That's all I can think of, and I have to cross-examine this guy. You're a bird brain. That's all you can think of. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your final cross-examination, please. I can't believe we're still on this guy. Okay, dude. Let's see. First of all, I want to stress this might be nothing. I mean, right now I think it's nothing. The court generally prefers if witnesses are sure of themselves, Mr. Kudo. Lazy brat. I'm warning you, I'm more savage than a macho man right now. You won't beat me with this testimony. This is the final battle. Ow! Ow! He's chucking those seeds harder than ever. I better be careful. Come on, Nick. Nail him. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of his Javakino. Court has already heard that testimony, Mr. Kudo. I know that. I was just setting the mood. How else am I supposed to build up the suspense, The suspense? Yes. Now, what do you think? Should I work the audience with a bit more? No. Please continue, Mr. Kudo, as quickly as possible. Alright, now, where was I? Ah, yes. The young boy slumped over the table and... Well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over. Okay. A vase, you say? Yes. There are vases on the actually, hold on. I have a picture. Did he actually do this? Is this old man stupid? Okay. Well, he's right about there being vases. I do remember seeing them too. There was a vase on the table when I ate lunch there. And you saw the moment when the victim actually knocked over the vase? Well, it's hard to say. It's a bit unclear. How do you really define... Okay, I get it. I heard it break and the sight of it burn... Okay. Here's a crackpot theory. What if everything the old man is saying is right, but the scene of the crime got changed? But even then... The strip, it broke, the cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Okay, hold on. I just need to present this image here, because I don't know what this guy is talking about. Like, we can clearly see the only thing soaked is what I assume to be the coffee. And the vase is up, standing up, so... Okay. Mr. Kudo, this is a photograph of the crime scene.
So what?
Look carefully at the table. The vase is there. Intact. Huh? Lost your tongue, Granddad?
I'm no granddad of yours, Hopscotch. Ow! Ow!
Enough! If you throw any more seeds in this courtroom, the cleaners will be here all night. Ah! What is it now? I just remembered something. Yes, go on. The broken vase. Haha, it was on my table. What? Ah, well, you see, it startled me when that young lad collapsed, so I stood up. That must have been when it fell over. The vase on my table, I mean. The vase on your table? Ha ha ha. Yes, it was on my table. And that's how my groin came to be completely soaked. This is what we wasted time on. No, kiddo, you can't drink another coffee. You already hit your 17th. Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You've certainly earned your kudos for today. I'd like to ask a question now. Have I been any use at all? Perhaps that's something you should reflect on yourself, Mr. Kudo.
Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I've got more to say.
Oh, yes, I remember something else. Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom.
Wait!
Listen to me. I don't... Well, you seem to have been considerably sidetracked. And I'm still not in a position to deliver a verdict. The defendant has not been positively identified as the waitress in question. Additionally, there are two disparities in the testimony we have heard thus far. The mark on the coffee cup that the victim supposedly drank from with his left hand, and the earpiece, which was inserted into his left ear, out of which he couldn't hear. Wow, Nick, you did it! I therefore require both the defense and the prosecution to further investigate the facts. Yes, Your Honor. There is one more thing before I call today's session to an end. What? One more thing, Your Honor? The witness we just heard from. He is most insistent that his testimony should be of use, so he summarized it accordingly into this statement. Okay. You may each have a copy of it if you wish. Whatever. The prosecution doesn't need props like that. Kiddo's really mad, huh? Yeah, I would be too. Very well. Here you are then, Mr. Wright. There are 3 copies. My own, yours, and Mr. Godot's. Yes, Your Honor. When the incident occurred, I broke the vase on my seat. I'm sorry. Well, that's just sad. I'm sorry? This isn't a piece of testimony. More like a 5-year-old's apology. What the heck are we supposed to do with 3 copies? That is all. This court is adjourned. That has left me exhausted. Okay. Put the controller down. I think that this, it's funny, the last couple of cases have been divided evenly in half, where we had a part, like, you know what I mean when I say evenly in half. But I think what I'll do is I'll resume us next week with more Recipe for Turnabout. I don't know, that was I don't know what I think about this case. This is, I don't think I'm gonna say it's bad. This is, I feel like that old man did what Old Bag did, but I did not find myself getting mad. So, like, I don't know what the difference is. Maybe it's just because Old Bag is, like, actually just, like, an infuriating character to read dialogue of, where this old man just kind of feels like he's, I don't know, kind of desperate. But it's, I don't know, I like the recurring characters. I like the fact that Gumshoe, this guy actually admits his faults. Yeah. Old Bag is like, oops. Oh, yeah, Edgeworth, I was kind of hiding info about pivotal evidence of the crime, but don't you know, I'm your biggest fan. Old Bag. Everyone's friend. Because we all love that. Ugh. Either way, I think that this case is interesting enough, I guess, as is. I am interested in seeing where this goes. I hope that Gumshoe, if we get that girl out of it, they have a wonderful life where Gumshoe will not be forever beaten to death by every single prosecutor he ever has the misfortune of pissing off. I'm surprised. I genuinely thought that at some point when Godot like threw his coffee, it was gonna hit Gumshoe. I feel like they just didn't want to make a sprite of Gumshoe covered in coffee, because otherwise they would. I feel like that would have made more sense. Like, well, Gumshoe was getting mad. I mean, not Gumshoe. Godot was getting mad at Gumshoe. I don't know why he threw the coffee at Phoenix. Ugh. All right. Either way, I'll close this off here before I push this to the even 3 hour mark. Thank you guys all for watching. He hates Phoenix, I guess. True that. Oh yeah, I'd like to thank as well Libre Live Gaming for the gifted sub earlier, and Zolderanian for the 1 bit. And that is all for now, folks. I will see you all again next Sunday with some more Phoenix Wright, and expect some other streams in between now and then.